fucking go.
Look, it's the Lions talk, 4 men in the room. One ass cheek, 3 toes bringing the doom. Nate on the clock, Jay catching the heat. Chris and B are arguing right on the street. One ass cheek, 3 toes. One ass cheek, Detroit knows. Lions on the map, we don't care about the woes. One ass cheek, 3 toes, that's how the show goes. Golf throwing dots, Hutch hitting the gap. We put the whole city right back on the map. No more same old, we done changed the whole vibe. 4 voices deep, talking about the whole tribe. Yeah, one ass cheek, 3 toes. Nate, Chris, BA Lions talk only, get gone.
Hello, friends. We are back. I was trying to do my Jim Manson.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
I was trying to do my Jim Manson. Come on. Hello, y'all. Welcome to the One Ass Cheek and 3 Toes, where we just cut it up and go crazy. I am your host, Nate the Great, and I got my fellas here, Jay Weezy, BA, and C Money. Fellas, how you doing? College football is back starting Thursday. Got some games on today. Getting that mode, y'all. 2 more weeks, and we'll be playing the Who Dat Nation. So everybody revving up, feeling good?
There we go. I'm loving it.
Loving
it, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's funny how long. It's funny when the season's over. You're like, boy, that was. It's already over, and then you're like, God, it's gonna be a long time. And then now we're all back here again, ready to go again,
man.
like,
ready to start the heart medication times.
Yeah,
you know, get the
pills
blood
ready,
pumping.
Let's go.
Pills and liquor.
Yeah, exactly. Pills and liquor. Wow.
God
damn.
We're going with this. Pills and liquor.
That's for another conversation.
That took a dark turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn that back around. So let's just hello, friends.
I didn't think I said that loud enough, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
let me say
some things you keep in your head, Chris. It's okay.
Yeah, I know. It's just, they leak out every once in a while, man.
Yeah,
this is retirement, man. I just don't have no filter anymore.
It happens, man. It's okay. All right. Well, let's get started. So the Lions wrapped up their preseason with a win. Woohoo! Finished 2-1 in the preseason.
That's what I'm talking about.
Final score 25-16. I only saw probably the third and fourth quarter because I was working. So y'all tell me what y'all saw in the game, what y'all liked, and observations, and going forward.
Can I tell you something?
Go for it.
Tell you guys. All right, look. So one thing that we were talking about is the backup quarterback situation. I know BU has said I'm not liking this right now, and that's when I had texted you. It was like, bro, I think Josh Dobbs is actually doing a good job, and he did it. 15 from 19. He had two touchdown passes. That was one of the bright spots that I've seen, because I think when we seen him struggle, like kind of early on, like last week or whatever, I think it was due to him just being just a little bit rusty, and he had to get familiar with the offense, but he's shown like he can really be a capable, competent backup quarterback. Another thing that I seen was the defensive line, and I understand that it's just preseason, but that defensive line looks good. Your boy, Skyler, what's his name? Gilt from out of
Gil Howard, baby.
Yeah.
Heck.
Dude, he looks legit. Like he really looks legit, and he looks great. Ahmed Hassanin looked great. O'Neal looked good. They were putting pressure on Richardson and the other quarterback like it was no tomorrow. So
Shep's gonna bring the heat, man. If he's bringing heat in preseason, he's gonna bring the heat in the regular season. I don't see him letting up. So he's sending a message. I'm bringing the heat this year. So y'all better keep
absolutely
butts.
Absolutely. So those were the two bright spots for me. I really liked what I saw from those guys.
Okay, Chris, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree with a lot of that. I mean, I was watching the Sailors. I was too busy watching them get 100 yards. So I was pretty nice. Now, granted, it's a preseason game, so you're going against thirds and fourths. Like guys that aren't.
His vision is what I really like, Chris. Is he's got good vision, and he knows how to hit the hole and go. Yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry. I like him too. I'm getting like let me draw back, because if he gets a couple of carries in the regular season and he gets shut down, then I'll be like, okay, that was just preseason. But if he gets a couple of carries or so in the regular season and he busts open, like, and I'm not saying 50-yard run, I'm just saying like he gets out he gets out into a 5 or 10 yard run, I'll be like, okay, we may have to
be a serviceable back. That's what we need. Serviceable back.
Yeah. So it just all depends on what Pacheco ends up doing. But anyways, Meeks went crazy today. He had a really good game. Man, I really liked it. I really liked the way he played.
That's a tough decision right there for Meeks because I think somebody will pick him up. Somebody will pick him up.
We'll talk about it later. But yeah, Meeks had a really good game. Like you said, Gil Howard. That's when I text you guys like, hey, this is for Gil Howard.
He sure did
really well.
He sure did.
So did there was another guy that did really good. I know Rakestraw did. He had, and I know you mentioned that if it wasn't for the lineman getting in, I mean that may not.
Still got to catch the ball, bro. Still got to catch it.
He got it. Yeah, he got it. He got an interception.
He still got the ball. He still got the pick. It does not matter. But yeah,
like I said, that I don't know if that's going to put him on a 53-man roster. I just don't.
We'll talk about that later.
Anyway,
yeah, we will talk about that.
But no, the game was played well. Even though Altmaier threw a pick, I saw a few other of his plays. Once again, he is a undrafted free agent rookie.
He's playing like a rookie. He's
played exactly. I mean, he actually has played well. Just because he threw a pick doesn't mean he didn't play well. He still played well. He's a rookie. Yeah. Happens. So yeah.
I didn't like what I seen from him. I give him that he's a rookie, undrafted free agent rookie. You know, he's trying to make a name for himself. But I don't know if he'll be able to make the roster with all of the holes that they're going to want to fill. I don't know if they are going to have enough for
we'll talk about that too. Yeah.
So you know, we'll see.
I'm just doing it based on the game that I saw, not whether or not he's going anywhere. Everything is just based on what I've seen in the game. There's a couple other players. I couldn't remember their numbers. I was trying to write them down as I was seeing them, but I couldn't remember all of them. Some of them made some really good plays, but they're guys that are just going to be cut straight out. And
what were the numbers? What were the numbers?
I'll tell you, I couldn't write them down. Like I'd get halfway through it and be like, did I get that number right? Yeah, I was trying.
All right, B, what'd you think?
Yeah, I think in this preseason game, the offense was clicking. I think I think when they clicked a lot with Dobbs, alternator, like I call him, alternator. He had his issues. Yeah, I think he's going to be. I mean, he's a rookie. He's going to make some mistakes, throwing across your body. You know, they were made a big thing about. Oh well, the receiver and him were on the same communication. Well, what separates you from being a good quarterback and a bad quarterback is when you see that play isn't there, you don't just throw it because it's a timing pattern. You expect somebody to be there. You have to throw the ball away, and that's the difference between a good quarterback and a rookie quarterback, in my opinion.
And how much time on task were they together in practice?
Yeah.
It's not like Amon-Ra throwing to Goff. You know, even the Goff wouldn't do that. You know, hopefully he wouldn't do that. You know,
but the defense. I mean, you couldn't name everybody that was coming after the quarterback. Whether it was Richardson, whether it was Stick or what's his face, Leonard. It didn't make a difference. They were coming after him, and it was like there was like different guys. It wasn't just one guy coming in there and wreaking havoc. It was like a whole bunch of guys doing it. I have complete confidence in that defensive line.
Yeah,
I know they're going to get to the quarterback. Yeah. You know, if Aiden Hutchinson and his little I'm going to miss a damn tackle, somebody's going to get that tackle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really confident.
Front seven is looking really good. Yeah, front seven is really looking really good.
Yeah,
and on top of that, I got to give a shout out there to Lucky Jackson. Lucky Jackson played a hell of a game. That dude had 5-6 catches, and the one throw that Dobbs made, what I think would solidify him as the backup quarterback, is the one where he threw to Lucky Jackson. I believe it was on the sideline, and he caught it. Yeah, and, I mean, right there at the one. Oh, that was a beautiful pass. I mean, right in the bucket. Great pass and great catch by both of them. So the offense did a lot better. And I think that's because Dobbs and the offense were a lot more – they got more comfortable in what Petz is going to he's incorporating. So that's
Dobbs has got more reps, and he's been in the team longer. I mean, the first game, he literally had joined the team 3 or 4 days. So I don't count that
exactly.
first game.
And let's say the offensive line played extremely well too. I mean, if you got Sailors, and you guys are taking this too late. He's talking about he's going against backup, but he's a backup himself. He's a third string running back,
and he's
too.
playing with backups, and he's still doing well.
And he's still doing well, right? And like I said, the offensive line's got to get a lot of kudos for that. They all did well. I didn't see anybody too much whiff on too many plays, so I think all the offensive line did an excellent job, and that's the reason why the offense did a really good today too, as well.
Yeah, so, last week, Nate, I remember you telling us like Sailors has the potential to be a 2, and I kind of disagreed with that, but from what he's shown today, if the offensive line can block, he definitely showed that until Pacheco comes back, he can definitely be that number 2 running back, and I definitely respect him.
And like B says, he's doing it with backups and still getting 100 yards. Imagine what he would do with a starting lineup. Like the thing is too. So my observations, I would say, is the O-line, the run game looks solid. For backups, it looks solid, which gives me hope for the starters, because you're only going to get better with starters. Protection wise, I'm a little concerned, but it's the backups. There's still a lot of sacks that Altmaier took like 2. Now, some of it's awareness, some of it's possibly the O-line just leaking. I don't think we'll see as much of that with the starters, hopefully. As far as the running back room, I feel okay with it. I mean, it's going to go as far as Gibbs stays healthy. We all know that, right? That's why you pay him the big. That's why you pay. Well, that too. But that's why, right? But that's why you pay him the big money, is for him to be to shine like that. But also too, not only GF Sailors, but I also like what I see from Travion. Travion runs hard.
Yeah,
he's got good vision, and he's been solid since we picked him up. And I do think, hint, hint, he will make the 53-man roster. I do think they're going to carry 4 backs.
They will carry 4 backs, but he ain't going to be one of them.
I don't know. I don't know. I want to know who your other 4th running back is.
We're not at 53-man roster yet. Let's
right, but I'm just saying that I'm giving away mine. He's making my 53-man roster, so I'm anxious to see who you have ahead of him. But anyways, so that being said, Gil Howard, I told you guys from the get-go, Gil Howard is going to make plays. He knows how to break up plays in the middle. He's a good run stopper. He has really good pass rushing ability. He's going to be a good rotation player along with Tyleik Williams, Mack, Lacey probably. They'll probably put Lacey inside at times. So I like Gil Howard. I think that's going to be still for Brad.
Something that stood out to me about Gil Howard, it's not that he had just a good game, but it was his technique. It was his form. It was the way he fired off the ball. That's just stuff that that is pro level right there. There's things that you can see in certain players that like, okay, this guy, he can make it. And if he continues to get progressively better, then he can actually be a problem in the future time. And that's what I see from Gil Howard.
Yeah. And if you watch Tech in college, their D-line was one of the best D-lines out there in the country. Bailey got a lot of the love because Bailey's that good, but Gil Howard was just as good as Bailey. He probably just didn't get the shine that Bailey did because he played inside.
Right. And he didn't have just one good game. Every game he played, you've seen him making plays and you've seen him making noise, so I like that dude. Yeah. I'm going to talk about him more in the 53-man roster.
Yeah.
But
and I agree. And I agree with all y'all's assessment. This defense should take a step forward. Because from what we see from the front 7, if the secondary is at least decent, this front 7 is going to be nasty. Because you've got guys that are going to literally pin their ears back and go after the quarterback and hopefully stop the run well. And then you've got 2 guys like Jack and Devin White that are going to mess shit up if they get past them in the D-line.
Yeah.
And both those guys – what's up?
No, my bad. I interrupted you. I was just gonna say, and one other thing with Hassanin, I mean, I heard a lot about him in training camp about how he has a high motor. Not only does he have a high motor, but he's relentless. Yes. Yeah. So he's getting to the quarterback no matter what it takes. He's going to get there. And
that's another guy. And that's another guy from Boise State. If you watch his tape, he blew up a lot of stuff himself. He was very high motor, aggressive, got to the quarterback a lot of times. His thing was just health. But I want to touch on the quarterbacks real quick. So I think when we look at the quarterbacks for us outside of Goff it's really a situation with who doesn't make the most mistakes, and who doesn't make the most mistakes is probably going to win that battle. And clearly it's more likely Dobbs, because Dobbs is a veteran. He's been in systems before. He's familiar with Petzing. So, and he still makes mistakes, but he makes more better decisions than bad mistakes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
To where Altmaier
he's a veteran quarterback.
Exactly, right. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So with Altmaier, I'd like to see him on the practice squad, but if they don't bring him back, I totally understand too.
Mm-hmm.
Because he hasn't really shown enough to me to say, like, is he worthy of keeping on the practice squad? Because remember, the practice squad, or quote unquote what Dan calls the vet squad, you want to put your best players on that squad. You don't want to just put them to protect them. You want to put your best players in case something happens, whether it's a running back injury, receiver, whatever, O-line. So if they don't bring him back, I'm not surprised, because I don't think he did enough to stay on the practice squad. But if they have trouble, adding people on because some people get picked up, then I could see him coming back. So
yeah.
But that being said, I think the Lions I expected what I saw this preseason. We weren't going to see the starters. We saw some starters. We're basically seeing this was basically a backups and making a roster type of situation, right? Who your backups are, get them reps, and also who do you think will make that roster at the end? Who'll make the bubble? Who's on the bubble? And who's going to make it or go on the practice squad? This is what I think this preseason was all about for them. I don't think that they really cared about the results during the preseason. I think that they value more of what's done in practice. When they do scrimmages, when they do live good on good, all that stuff that Dan always talks about, that's where they really value what they see and how they feel going forward.
Yeah. I agree. No argument for me. I agree.
Okay. So, any other thoughts before we wrap this preseason up?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Petzing. I like really quick. I like his play calling. He doesn't seem to be too conservative. He doesn't seem to be like overly aggressive. He'd probably be that guy to kind of mellow Dan Campbell out, not take so many gambles, fourth down this season. I really like his play calling. He calls great plays, great timing. He's not just like a run pass type person. He like kind of mixes it up, and I'm kind of excited to see what he does with Sam Laporta. Even though we haven't really seen or heard much of Laporta, he loved the tight ends. You kind of see the tight ends get love, so I want to see what kind of plays he's going to draw up for Sam Laporta, and I'm really excited about that for real.
Could be a big year for Sam Laporta if he's healthy the whole year.
Well, he needs to once get paid. It's going to be a big year for him.
It's going to be a big year for Sam Laporta. And you want to know something? I think he's going to have a big year because they're going to get him so involved. I think it's only
going to make the offense more dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Calvin Shepard is going to improve too as a defensive coordinator. I think he's got.
I
think with him, coaching from inside out is something that he's going to be really he's good at. So this is helping him out. And having the linebackers that he has and having that defensive line, the secondary, as much talk as it's going to be about them not being able to cover people for long, if you got those people coming in relentlessly, and I mean the defensive, every single one of those defensive ends,
every
from
play,
Hutch, from the starters to the third guy, they are relentless. Every single one. It's going to be a very hard thing for Dan Campbell to cut any of those guys.
And that's not and give kudos. It's not just Shepard. That's Casey Rogers, the D-line coach. The D-line coach deserves a lot of praise because
a lot of love.
He was brought in from Tampa Bay, which usually has a really good D-line.
You're right.
And when we lost Williams to the Patriots, Dan went out and got Casey from Tampa. And I'm sure that was a hard loss for Bowles because Bowles is a defensive guy. And D-line is one of the big things they really like there. So he did some finagling, or I don't know how they did it, but whatever. But they got him here, and you can see the reaps of that. You saw that last year with Aiden. Aiden was on a tear last year.
Right.
And so was the other guy, Mohammed. He was on a tear. So, and Tyleik Williams showed flashes. So now you're seeing the whole picture now of all the depth that we have.
Yep.
Right. Exactly. And it's not just it's not just a 1-2 play kind of thing. It's every down they played, they were there. They were in the backfield. They were causing a lot of pressure. They were blowing up run plays.
They're gonna fuck shit up this year.
Coaches make differences because when he left Tampa Bay, their defensive line kind of took a step down in Tampa Bay. I mean, they got Vita Vea. Vita Vea he's one of the greatest defensive linemen, defensive tackles, and Cansey. But they couldn't beat teams when they needed to beat teams the most. The defense couldn't stop the offense when they needed to stop them the most, and that's a show of the coaching. If the coaching you leave, that coach leaves and comes here, our defensive line got better. It's even getting better. So you have to look at that. So
look at
Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was gonna say, look at like you said, look at the game last year when they played the Lions. The Lions were beat up on offense, and the defense or the defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers couldn't really get to Goff as much as they wanted to. So like you said, look at the coaching. Coaching plays a big role in that. Losing Casey Rogers, I mean, hey, I'm glad we got him.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I'm glad we got him.
Another thing too is 97. Having 97 on your side, that makes it easier to move somewhere else. Tampa Bay doesn't have that kind. I mean, they might have it in Bain because the Bain looks like he's going to be a guy that's going to be good. But before Bain, they didn't have a guy like Aiden. So getting a guy like Aiden on one side, makes it very attractive to want to come to this team. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to coach a guy like Aiden.
Absolutely.
Chris, any thoughts on that?
No, y'all covered it. I loved it. I was just listening. That's all.
It's all right. You have any other inputs? Any other thoughts?
I'll get to the 53-man roster. Mine's going to be a little different than y'all's, I can guarantee you. But
all right. So it's not like we're ready to jump into that. So let's do it.
I know.
All right. So we're doing our 53-man predictions. So how we're going to do this is I'm going to go by each position. And if you have anything different than mine, that we'll debate it. Okay. All right. So quarterbacks, I have Goff and Dobbs. Anybody disagree?
No.
Okay, Chris, go ahead.
I just have, so mine's a theory. Okay. I saw this a couple of times earlier and I was like, that makes some sense. Okay. So yes, we all saw that Dobbs had a much better game. He looks like he's getting more fluid. So he's probably going to be the backup, and that I would agree with. Here's the thought, though. Dobbs isn't a world beater when it comes to a backup. There is a possibility for you to keep Altmaier. You let Dobbs test the market, and you're looking for another one that's being released from another team. That's possible. They do that a lot.
Well. Okay. Let's pause that real quick, Chris, because we're talking about the immediate 53. All that could happen after the 53-man roster, but right now we're trying to claim in.
But if you don't keep Altmaier, then you can't play that game. You have to keep Altmaier.
They're not going to release Dobbs over Altmaier. They're going to release Altmaier before Dobbs because they know the value of a backup quarterback.
But it's different because he's a rookie versus a veteran on release. When you release a veteran, he gets his first chance. Altmaier automatically has to pass through waivers. So if you let him go, he goes through waivers. He can be picked up.
But you don't think if
Altmaier has
Dobbs,
possibilities.
somebody will pick up Dobbs? You don't think somebody will pick up Dobbs?
I think there's other veterans out there.
Well, you got to remember too that when they make the 53-man roster, they're also doing the practice squad at the same time. So whoever doesn't make the 53-man roster could go on a practice squad. So you got Altmaier going on a practice squad. I understand what you're saying, but the problem with this whole scenario is that the Lions are way down the waiver wire. And whoever releases good quarterbacks are going to have, they're going to probably snatch them up.
They got to keep a veteran.
But you say practice squad, but if you throw them to the practice squad, they go through waivers. I just looked up the once you cut to 53, everybody else that you don't make automatically has to go through waivers if they have less than 4 years of service. So they don't just go to the practice squad. Cool, you're good. They have to pass through waivers first.
Clear waivers.
So this happened last time to Dobbs. They cut Dobbs. Dobbs got picked up by another team, put him on their 53-man roster, and we were screwed. I don't think they're going to make that same mistake again. They're going to keep Dobbs no matter what.
Because
No, I get it.
Because Altmaier has looks like he has possible upside to be a backup quarterback. You don't want somebody else to grab him, throw him on, because they can pick him up and put him on their practice squad because our waiver wire isn't as high.
Right.
Remember, you just said that.
I think there's a couple of quarterbacks I would consider over Dobbs. I mean, Sam Howell is one of them. I was watching him last night on the Cowboys. I don't know if they're going to keep all three quarterbacks because obviously Milton's their backup. So I don't know if they're going to keep three.
Okay. I just threw that out there.
No,
Dobbs
you're fine. You're fine.
Dobbs was my original backup, but I saw that and I was like, that's not a bad idea because you want if you keep him and nobody wants Dobbs, then you get to keep Altmaier, and then you can pick up a better veteran. I was looking at that, but otherwise I would keep Dobbs. But
let me ask you all this question. I know it's our rival, but I'm keeping an eye on their quarterback room because they really like Kyle McCord. Okay. And Kyle McCord played well this last game. He had 4 touchdowns and had a pretty good percentage. We had this discussion. Right. So I think they're going to keep Kyle McCord as their backup. And Tyrod Taylor is possibly going to be on the move.
Tyrod Taylor's in New York, right?
No, he's in Green Bay.
Oh.
So if they release Tyrod Taylor, would y'all take Tyrod Taylor over Josh Dobbs? Or would you keep Josh Dobbs?
It might be just they're probably equal in terms of they probably provide equal service in terms of overall performance. It's like the guy you know versus the guy you don't know.
Yeah. I like Josh Dobbs. I like Josh Dobbs. I'm not going to lie. Tyrod Taylor, he's kind of been passed around. He got a lot of mileage, Yeah,
he's always in a bad situation because every time somebody either outshines him or he gets hurt or something like that. So he's always like shit out of luck. I was just throwing it out there because those are like 2 quarterbacks I think will be on the market possibly in the in a waiver situation if we pick up or make a claim on.
But otherwise, that was my only I just thought about that when I had to go look at waiver claims to see how it worked because otherwise it didn't make any sense. But that was a thought, in order to keep Luke Altmaier and you keep Dobbs, you could flip that. But
and if y'all want to throw a for instance situation or a trade idea of something like you think somebody might come available for a position, just throw it out there. That's fine.
How about how about my man's what's his name? Diego Pavia.
Hell no.
No, not over Dobbs.
Not over Altmaier.
Not over any quarterback in the NFL. Maybe in a CFL and a UFL. But not him.
I'm not taking him over Dobbs. That's for damn sure. So I think the Lions' goal was to get a veteran quarterback because the Teddy Bridgewater thing kind of creeped up on them. And I think this year Dobbs is going to be the answer. Next year, who knows? They're going to have to draft a quarterback more likely, or go pick up another savvy.
I mean, at this point, almost any backup quarterback, you can find 2 or 3 of them throughout the years because.
Sure.
Luke Altmaier will eventually be probably a quality backup. Eventually,
maybe.
He'll, and so you still recycle the young guys into.
I would like to bring Altmaier back on the practice squad and develop him. But the problem is that if you got to keep another center, if you got to keep another running back, or you got to put somebody else on that roster,
I'm not
help with the depth.
No, but
that's the only way. If you think that he can make your practice squad, great. I don't think anybody's going to put him on their 53-man roster. I'd be shocked. Okay. All right. Let's move on to running backs. So my running backs are, of course, Jahmyr Gibbs, Isaiah Pacheco, Sailors, and I got Williams. So, B, you said you had something different. Tell me.
Yeah, I got Sion Vaki. They're not getting rid of Vaki.
Oh, I forgot about Vaki. Oh.
Yeah, you forgot about Vaki. That's exactly the reason why Tyreek Williams is going to get. He's going to get cut. But you know the reason why they put him on. They put him on today, Travion. They put him on there today because you know what? He's developing film, and he did a good job with that, except for that fumble. But nobody's going to be using him on a kickoff. I don't think.
The one thing that Dan Campbell is really good at is helping guys have a chance to get a job somewhere else. Mm-hmm. They will put them. They will dude. I get you're not. He's not going to come out and say it and say you're being cut. He's just going to. You can see by his actions. Why would he put certain people into positions that he already knows is being cut? It's because he wants them to get film out there so they can go and find a job somewhere else.
Now, is Vaki on the IR right now, or is he like, what's his injury situation?
Because he just wasn't playing in this game. He was a starter.
Okay, so he's a healthy scratch. Okay,
he's a healthy scratch.
Okay, I totally forgot about Vaki, and I'm a big fan of Vaki. Dang it. Okay, all right, so that makes sense. Okay, any Chris or Jay, do y'all have anything different?
Oh no, definitely Vaki. Definitely, I got Vaki there.
Yeah, I mean, Vaki's one of the top special teamers, and Phipps gonna flip shit if literally they let him go.
Yeah.
So yeah, Vaki's not going anywhere. Okay. All right. Moving on to receivers. This one's gonna be a little bit contentious, I can tell. All right, I got Brown, Williams, Tesla, Dortch, and I'm throwing in TK. hey, man, this is the time for him to make the 53-man roster. Shit, man. Nobody else has really ran away with this. I'm going TK. What do y'all say?
I got 6 receivers.
Oh, wow.
I got Amon St. Brown. I think they're going to carry 6 receivers this year. Amon St. Brown, Jamison Williams, Isaac Tesla, Greg Dortch. Tay Martin is going to be another guy. I think Tay Martin makes that. And Tom Kennedy. Now, after watching today, there might be a difference. Tay Martin or Lucky Jackson, because both of them have been playing on an equal level. When I've seen when Jackson has been out there, he's been making some plays. When Tay Martin's out, he's been making plays. So
how about
that's a toss up between the two.
Ooh, how about Meeks?
Meeks is not a receiver. He's a tight end.
He's not a receiver. He's not a receiver.
We'll right. Tight ends. All right, so who's y'all's receivers, Chris?
Pretty much the same. I got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamo, Tesla, Dortch, and Martin. Yeah. I don't have Tom Kennedy. I was debating back and forth because Tom Kennedy has not played. You have not seen him, so you would assume
that's probably the reason why. Yeah. Exactly.
No. So here, I thought about that, but I had to think again. that a lot of times they don't play guys because they already know who they are. Mm-hmm. So they can still move him to the practice. They can still move him to the practice squad, and he's used to that
as usual.
Right. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Zach Zinner. Y'all remember Zinner?
Yeah,
like he's always
one
around.
gear.
He comes through in the pinch.
We used to call him one gear.
One gear.
So
we call him Dr. Z.
I think TK makes it because he has familiarity with the offense. Yeah. He understands with Goff. He's worked with Goff, and Tay Martin's a possible practice squad guy. I think you definitely want to keep him on your roster and develop him. Lucky's possibly another option too. I think they go with a veteran guy because, I mean, to be honest with you, none of them have been consistent. One day it's Lovett, one day it's Lucky, one day it's Tay.
Well, the one thing that I saw.
Well, I know Lovett's not making it. I can tell you that right now.
I know. One reason why Martin may make it is he is, at least from my viewpoint, he is very good at blocking. So when he gets out there, he blocks very well, and that is a huge thing for Dean Campbell.
Is he playing special teams? Like when
that
you watch him
I don't know. I didn't see his number. To be honest,
look at the snap counts and see what they
I really haven't. I haven't paid attention to special teams like that because I'm trying to just gauge the offense and defense in general. But
because if they're putting him on the special teams, there's more likely that they consider him a roster spot. Because if you're going to play that fifth receiver or even sixth receiver, you've got to be playing special teams. You got to play gunner. You got to be playing returner or something like that.
I mean, that's why you have Tom Kennedy as well. That's what I'm saying. Tom
You're
Kennedy.
Correct.
That's why I have him. That's why I have 6 receivers, because Tom Kennedy is going to be the guy that does most of the kick returns, I believe, besides Dortch.
And that's a good point that he could be doing kick returns. I just don't have
live reps and live games too.
He would have been 6. But I have more on another position, so I had to give up one somewhere.
Right.
So
Sailors and Vaki can do play kick return too, though.
Yeah,
I think Vaki's going to play special teams.
Sailors actually returned kicks last year.
Sayers might not be a bad option either. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So they got a lot of speed guys, so it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay, they're probably going to stick with Sion Vaki though.
Yeah, because he's one of the top special teamers for them. All right, moving on to tight end. So I've got Laporta, Wright, and Conklin. What y'all say?
I've added Meeks to that.
I was gonna say you got to put Meeks down for that too, because he's a good blocker.
They're not going to carry 4 tight ends.
Yeah, they're not going to carry 4 tight ends.
You don't think so?
They haven't carried four tight ends since 2021. They haven't carried.
That's going to be.
tight ends.
And you've already.
Then they're going to get rid of one of them. Then they're not getting rid of Meeks though. They've had him.
Meeks will be on the practice squad.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying he's going to be on the 53-man roster some way, somehow. So it's either going to be Conklin gone, or because that'll be your tight end / wide receiver though. That if you need one, so that's why he could be either tight end or receiver.
But do they value blocking or passing?
But you got to remember what they did to what's his face from Michigan that came from Green Bay. He was a wide receiver and they made him a tight end, and that was a kiss of death for him. No, the guy, he was a receiver. He was a Michigan receiver. Funches.
Devin Funches.
Devin Funches. Yeah, but they made him a tight end, and he didn't work out.
Yeah, and
he played pretty good too. He played pretty good.
Funches was like about 50 pounds overweight and couldn't catch worth a damn. I watched those games. He was terrible.
But he played really good in preseason when they switched him over to tight end.
So
I don't think so, man.
My thing is, I don't know how they view him. If they view him as a solid blocker, he's
definitely a good blocker. And one thing we know they're going to want to do
Brock Wright?
Run the ball.
Or Conklin? Yeah.
I don't think he's better than Brock Wright, but I do think he can give Conklin a run for his money for sure. They're going to run a lot of heavy packages this year. I think they're going to do a lot of running heavy package, and you're going to need those big guys.
That's going to be a tough one because I think that they will roll the dice, put him on practice, hopefully gets practice squad, but I think somebody could pick him up because of the potential. So
possibly. How many years of service does he have? I don't know right off the top of my head.
3? A couple years.
Couple years, yeah.
Yeah, he'd still have to go through waivers then. Yeah. So if they cut him, he'll go through waivers.
And again, if they pick him up, for the people that are listening, if they pick him up on waivers, that person, they have to add him to the 53-man roster.
No, that's what I was trying to tell you. That's when they go to the practice squad. Yes,
sure I thought when you file a claim, you have to put him on the 53-man roster.
It says 53-man roster becomes active. Teams can carry up to 17 practice squad players, which often include international player and exemption spots. Okay, released players with fewer than 4 years of accrued service must pass through waivers.
Okay.
So he got to go through waivers then.
Yeah, because remember the Lions last year, they put in a claim for Harper and they put in a claim for Lacey, and they had to add him to the 53-man roster. They didn't make practice squad. They were starters, or they were in the 53. So I don't know. Maybe
I want to make sure. I'll have to look up some more. That's what I'm looking at right now. Is in terms of the rules. So maybe I'm misreading it, but it looks like that. Like, okay, here's your 53. Everybody else has to, we will divvy it up after everything's all done, basically. And so now, if you're a rookie, you can go right to the practice squad. You do not have to.
That makes sense.
Right.
Meeks is not a rookie, so he can be picked up by somebody. Like, say the Cardinals wanted Payton, they can put him on the 53-man roster.
Yeah,
because
I don't want to lose him though,
that we had.
Meeks looks pretty good. That's why. But like I said, I'm carrying 4. Like I said, that's where I don't have the receivers.
If we didn't take Conklin, I would agree with you. But we have Conklin along with Brock Wright. Neither one of those two are going anywhere.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not taking Tom Kennedy as a receiver. I took Meeks as a tight end. That's my gift right there.
You think they're going to carry 4 tight ends? That's what you're saying.
Yes, I believe they're going to carry 4 tight ends.
I think they're going to carry 3. Do you feel that way too?
Yeah, I mean, they haven't bent.
They've never carried it before,
3.
but
well, since 2021 when they had to carry 4.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I would say this.
I'm worried about. We got to see if Laporte is going to be healthy too.
Right. I think he's going to make the 50. He's not going to start on the pup. He's going to start the season because he's practicing already. If you're practicing, you're going to play, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Unless something crazy happens. So he's going to make the 53-man roster.
Still got a week and a few days until season starts. So
you can't put anybody on IR right now because if you do, they're out for the season. So
no, you put them on the pup.
Yeah, you put them on the pup. Yep.
Yeah. Well, they got to miss 4. They have to miss 4 games. That's what they have to do.
Right.
If they're put on IR.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. Let's move on to the big uglies, the O-line. All right. I've got Sewell, Ratledge, Mahogany, Scruggs, Miller, McLaughlin, Barch, Fraser, Borum, and Priestley.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they always carry a lot of alignment. They always carry a lot
I know.
of
I didn't carry a lot.
They carry about 10. They'll probably carry about 10.
I was waiting for you to say Bart's name because I heard TJ Lang and Benetti talking about him when they were saying like how much Dan Campbell loves him. So
yeah.
Which guy?
Barch. Ben Barch.
Yeah, I had him on there with an asterisk.
He's a versatile lineman. They like versatile linemen.
They like those guys.
I only have 8 linemen, but I have one as a free agent. So like what I'm saying is like they'll probably pick somebody up off of.
Okay. No, I mean, if there's a veteran guard, I definitely agree with you. I think they could possibly do that. Do y'all have anything different outside of what Chris said?
Well, I heard what your list was, but I kind of broke it down by position too. So I got for center, I got Cade Mays and Drew Scruggs because Cade Mays is out.
Well, Cade Mays is on IR. I didn't include him.
Whatever.
You don't include him.
Yeah.
Penei Sewell, Blake Miller, Larry Borum for right tackle, left tackle Penei Sewell, right guard. I got Tate Ratledge, Ben Barch, and Gus Hartwing. I just threw him in there. Left guard Christian Mahogany and Miles Frazier. Although it's kind of shaky, they just got him.
What about McLaughlin and Priestley? I thought Priestley's a guy you.
Priestley is another. That's what I'm saying. Priestley kind of. That's the one that's why I put Gus Hartwig in there because I wasn't sure about Priestley. They really haven't had solid games. They've had little hits in there and hits in there.
He could definitely be a practice squad guy for sure.
Yeah.
What about McLaughlin?
I
was so promising for that kid, but
I know
he just got derailed.
He got
he got derailed.
But he had potential, but I don't think that he's just going to live up to that potential, man.
Here's the thing, y'all are also missing. The fact is that Cade is out, and so you need depth at that because you don't know if Juice is the guy. So if Juice struggles, you got to have a guy like Seth on there to go ahead behind Juice.
No, you don't have to. This is where the point with getting people off the waiver wire is what's going to be important. They'll find a center that'll back him. They'll back up.
We said last year they didn't find one. They had to find one mid-season,
and that might be.
I think Seth could be on there because they took him last year and they want to see what he could do in a live game, or they just believe in Juice right now.
What up, though, Liz?
What's up, Liz?
I see what you're saying. I mean,
promo creator.
The thing is that if there's a center on waivers, what does that say about that center?
He ain't what they looking for.
No, that's not necessarily true. No. You can carry so many people.
Yeah,
because if he's a good center, you keep him on your roster, right?
But not everybody.
First of all, if they're a good center, the problem here again is that Detroit is low on the waiver. So that's going to be a problem. Even if they put a good center out there, that guy's probably going to get snatched.
They get last dibs.
They'll keep Seth and Juice together.
I don't know about that. I just don't have faith in Seth right now.
So with Mays out, you're basically putting all your faith in Juice. And if Juice gets hurt, we're fucked. Because we don't have another guy if you don't bring Seth back.
Well, you got Frazier. Frazier can play center.
Yeah, and that's break glass emergency right there.
Or Ratledge can move to center.
They'll put Ratledge as center before they put Frazier. Yeah,
that's why they got versatile. That's why they got versatile offensive linemen.
Yeah,
I just don't think that. Unfortunately, I had a lot of hope for McLaughlin too, but the point of the matter is he didn't show it in preseason. He got blasted, not once, not twice, a few times, and then on top of that, he committed so many penalties. You're not going to endear yourself to the coaching staff.
So did Frazier. Like Frazier was at a penalty every game. So Frazier might.
At this game, he had a great game. He was playing all over the place.
You know what they're looking for when it comes to those types of offensive linemen? They want to see how you brush it off. Consistency, exactly. Yeah. They want to see how you brush it off. If you go out there and make a mistake, correct it. Go out there and correct it. Put it behind you, correct it. McLaughlin didn't do that. That was one thing he couldn't do. I mean, it was play after play. He just getting blown off the line of scrimmage. And for that type of offense, you can't have that happen. That's going to bust up the whole play.
Yeah, and
I don't have high hopes for him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna throw a cliche out. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do not put Tate Ratledge at center. He is kicking ass at right guard. Leave him at right guard.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
put somebody else.
Yeah, but you guys gotta all. Okay, so where do you guys think we are in the waiver wire?
Probably dead last or second to last.
Absolutely
right?
not. It's based on draft. We're 17th.
Yeah,
really?
That's still
not great. That's not great at all.
Yeah.
But you got to think of it this way, okay? When somebody goes into waivers, people automatically think, well, oh my God, the worst team, they're just going to pick that guy. No, because they already have like a lot of players set up. So like if a center comes out, let's say even a third string center or a second string center come available. The teams ahead of us may not have roster spot or want to make room for them.
And you have to, I'm telling you, you have to add the player to the 53-man roster. That is why when you claim off waivers.
No, I get that. But that's
so you're right. There's not going to be a lot of teams that will do that. You're right.
So that's why when I say like I'm only carrying 8 linemen on mine. I know you guys notoriously carry a lot. I'm not carrying 8. There's a spot open available for free agent. That's what I'm trying to make. I'm cutting a bunch of dead weight, and they're going to look at is there going to be 5-6 centers cut? Probably. Are they better than Seth? Probably. That's the guy we pick up.
So who's your 3 backup linemen right now?
I don't have it like that. I just have them.
Okay. Well, outside of your starters, who do you have?
I'm just going to tell you who I have.
Okay, just tell me.
So I have Sewell, Miller, Tate, Mahogany, Juice, Borum, Frazier, and damn it, I didn't write him down. I had him.
Ben Barch.
Sorry.
Barch.
What?
Ben Barch.
Yeah, that was it. Sorry about that.
Okay, so you've got Barch, Borum, and you've got Frazier. Okay, so you got a couple of guards, and you've got
correct
Borum, which is a swing tackle.
But I also have in parentheses free agent. So like I have one spot.
So you're adding another person to that roster. I got you.
Yes.
Okay. Real quick before we go to the defense, who do you feel is the biggest weakness right now on the O line? What position?
I'm going to say right guard.
Everybody but Ratledge's spot and Penne's spot. That's it.
Typical B answer.
It is though. It's a fact. I don't have any confidence in those 3 other positions. I got confidence in Ratledge and Penne's.
I'm gonna tell you.
Can you guarantee Mahogany or Scruggs is going to be like blocking?
You know something? I think Scruggs is going to ultimately start over Mahogany.
Oh. No, Scruggs is going to be the starting center, more likely.
Until K comes back. Yeah.
I'm just saying Mahogany's playing the guard.
Yeah, Mahogany's playing the guard. Right.
Yeah, like, are you trusting him is what I'm saying.
I mean, you can't just trust him because Frazier is a guard too. Trust if Mahogany can't get the job done, do you think Frazier's going to get the job done too? That's
not any better.
And then you got Blake. You got Blake Miller at left tackle. He's going to be a rookie. I'm sure they're going to start him because you drafted him high. Started him.
He's already been starting.
And I know everybody says stuff about Larry Bourne, but I don't trust him either.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he's a swing tackle.
Blake Miller will eventually
make a difference in what he is. I don't trust him.
But he's got starting experience. So, like I said, if something happens,
I still don't trust him.
I think he's better than people get advertised.
Mo has starting experience too, but I don't trust him.
Well, at least he's durable.
We gotta once again wait and see. We have to see them in play, in action. We haven't seen them all play together, so it's going to be a wait and see.
I'll tell you right now, if our center's shit, we're screwed. We saw that last year. Period. If the center is shit, it doesn't matter what the hell the guards do or any of the tackles do. We're screwed. And so at least, and I know Graham was not great last year, but shit, I would take Graham over Juice all day.
No.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, your buddy, hey Nate, your buddy Mark Oram thinks that Juice is the Juice because he rated higher than he did when he was playing for Houston. I said he didn't rate that much higher. He
was one of the worst players. That's why they gave him
the worst offensive lineman in either position.
on a bad offensive line at that. So,
and that's fair. He can get a new start, but if he's asked the first game, we're screwed, guys. We are screwed.
It might take
once again.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta come out looking good. But I mean, if he has a really good first game, everybody'd be like, oh, we're ready to go. If he has a really bad game, we're terrible.
I just need him to be consistent and average. That's all. I just don't need him to be bad. That first game is inconsistent.
The first game of the season is always sloppy as heck. It's going to be. We're going to have pains that first game, and New Orleans is not a team that you want to just kind of like shock.
Well, they're going to have pains too. I think the defense on both sides are going to have pains. Just realizing where they're sitting at, because you got to remember something. They're not 100% either on that offensive line, and they got a second-year quarterback. Exactly. So the defenses are going to come out swinging. I'm going to tell you that right. I know the Lions defense is going to come out swinging.
And usually defenses are always ahead of offenses when the season starts.
On. Better believe it.
Yep.
So and if the Saints can't take advantage of the Lions defensive backs, that game's going to be over quick. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Shepard is going to be out to prove, because year 2 here, and he's going as a defensive coordinator, and they're looking good. He's going to want to come attack all day.
The only glimmer of hope I can say about Juice is that when he's been the starter in the preseason, the running game has not looked bad. Mm-hmm. They've been able to have some good runs with Sailors or Travion. So the run game has
been running,
and that's what it was, and that's what it was with him in Houston. He was a better run protector than he was a pass protector, and he was even better as a center as a run protector. So a run blocker. It's just I don't have that confidence. I just don't have that confidence in any of those 3 positions.
Kate, just get back healthy soon, ASAP.
Get healthy and
Truly
just come
Lions
back.
Fans. Yes,
come back ready to play.
And even with that being said, I'm not 100% on that one, because first of all, we don't even know what you are right now.
Yeah,
I'll take him over everybody we have right now. I don't care what it is.
Yeah, well,
he's gonna be rusty as hell. That
you haven't had no. The problem is I haven't seen no proof playing on the Lions. That's the point. He didn't play bad with the Panthers, but you traded. They traded him for. They have a veteran on that team that's got more experience than him, and they traded Cade, even though he was supposed to be the up and coming guy. So that tells you a little bit right there.
He's a free agent.
Well, free agent. But you let him go. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Well, he wanted a lot of money.
For nothing.
He wanted.
But if he was
that good, then they would have paid that money.
Yep.
Well, he wasn't that far off. If you look at the stats, his stats were not that far off.
Especially for a center.
Yeah.
Linderbaum had the name.
Centers are very important.
Linderbaum is a good ass center. I'm sorry.
They're arguably
way above.
They're arguably the third best or most important player on that O line, because you got your left tackle, quarterback, and then you got the center.
Yeah,
I would say second. You gotta have a good left tackle, and you gotta have a good center. Because if you don't have either one,
I meant like quarterback involved with that too. That's what I meant. But
we just need average to decent at the center position. We can't have bad and horrible. We just can't. Period.
Just hold your breath the first game and just let it go through.
Give the ball to Ciro and give the
Put the blinders on. Put the blinders on.
Be like this when they rush golf. You're like, dope.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Run the football, man. Run the football.
Take Goff every game for over 2 yards.
There you go. All right. On to the defense. So I will give you my D-line guys. I have Hutch, Wantham, Williams, McNeil, Moore, Hassasine, Schuyler, Lacey, Levi, and O'Neal.
Wow, that's way off of mine.
I got you.
All right. Who wants to go first?
10.
Oh, no, because you were using last names and I used first names for a couple of guys, so that's what threw me off.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got Aiden Hutchinson, Ahmad Hassan, Eric O'Neal. Again, I did positions. So for one edge was Aiden Hutchinson, Hassan on that side, along with Eric O'Neal. The edge on the other side, between Derek Moore and one of them, I don't know who's going to start, but those two will be on the other side of the edge. Defensive tackle, I got Lee McNeil, Tyleek Williams, Levi, Levi, Yanzarinke. Got Chris Smith, and they love Chris Smith. I'm going to tell you that right now. That dude's been on this fucking team for the longest damn time. They love that guy. And then Skylar Gill Howard, because that dude he's a motor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you just added another guy.
Because they got 10. They got 10. I feel they're going to have 10 defensive guys.
Because
that's the strength of their team.
Yeah, I get it.
So I took Hutch, Aleem, Talik, want them. Lacey, Moore, Hassanin, Skylar Gill Howard, and Levi Anzarike. Those are the guys I took. I took 9. That's my 9.
B, did you have Lacey on your team? On yours?
Nope.
He had Smith.
They like Lacey more than
they like Smith. No, they don't. They like Smith more than like Lacey.
I can't wait till this roster comes out, man.
Well, then they like Lacey about as much as like Chris Smith because he hasn't played at all, and I think he's safe.
And that's the reason why. Chris Smith hasn't played either.
Just remember, just because they don't play,
keep both.
Unless they're true starters.
They're keeping Smith.
Chris. Real quick, Jay. If they're not playing in preseason, more likely they're safe.
Yeah.
Unless they already know what they have in them.
That's what I'm saying.
If you add Tyler Lacey with Chris Smith, that means you're going to be sacrificing Skylar Gill Howard.
Hell, they're not sacrificing Gill Howard. He's a draft pick, and he's been impacted.
If you say they like Lacey and they like Smith,
they'll keep Lacey and Gill Howard before they keep Smith.
You know how
they kept Smith for 4 years. 3 years. What are you talking about?
Has Smith even played?
You know how they get around?
Yes, he's played. Okay. He's played some regular season games. Yeah.
They're not getting rid of Gill Howard. Get that shit out of your head because Gill Howard, if he goes on practice squad, he's gone.
He's a rookie. They could get rid of him.
How about Mekhi Wingo?
Hell no.
Wingo's gone.
Yeah, Wingo's probably done. You know how? But you know what? Do you know how they get around some of this stuff? Is so. Let's say hypothetically somebody gets injured today, they can put them on the PUP list or the or IR or whatnot.
I do think people fake those injuries so they can do that.
Well, I mean, as far as I know,
so you might all of a sudden
be surprised.
You get all of a sudden you'll get Lacey and Smith and everybody. We all name. All of a sudden we've got like 95 guys. For some reason, make the 53-man because you get all these guys on the PUP. And
don't they gotta see a doctor and get a diagnosis and report that to the league? Though?
Oh, sure they do.
I'll tell you right now, Moore could be that candidate. They could put Moore on IR if they feel like it's lingering, and then make a room for one of those guys, either Lacey or Sky or Chris Smith.
That's true.
Yeah. Because Moore's right now hurt. I'm looking at who's not practicing, and Moore is undisclosed right now. So I could see them putting him on IR, and won't get back for 4 games.
I'd love to see him out there the first game, though.
I would too.
That'd be sick. 2 Michigan guys opposite of each other.
Undisclosed stuff has got. That's all.
That's probably what you were saying, Chris.
Cloak and dagger mirrors and stuff like that. Don't undisclosed. Tell me that's going on.
Right. That's probably what you were talking about right there. You know, somebody gets an injury and go
undisclosed injury.
Yeah, undisclosed.
Right. Yeah. They're just doing that for scouting purposes.
They tripped on the sidewalk leaving the building. I mean,
they pulled their hamstring getting out of bed.
All right. So Chris, what is your D line?
I just told you.
Oh, you did? Okay. Jay, did you do yours?
Yeah.
Okay. I got Wantum. I got Hutch. I got Moore. I got Ali McNeil, Onzarike. I got Tyleek. And I got Wingo making it. I think they like Wingo. I think they have multiple chances to get rid of him, but I think they see something in Wingo. I got Hassani. I don't think O'Neal's going to make it, though. And I got Smith.
O'Neal's going to make it, bro.
You
O'Neal's
think so?
Been very impactful.
I
like O'Neal.
That's the one
I
have. I don't have O'Neal, but I do have an asterisk because I want him on, so I don't know where he's going to go with the guys that I have. They love O'Neal. I love O'Neal too, but
because I'm telling you, it's probably going to be Moore who's going to be a sacrificial lamb, where he's probably going to be put on the IR to make room for a guy like O'Neal.
Once again, this is what I get prior to all the injuries, but all of a sudden you'll see guys getting placed. Because
like you said, Chris, it's about maneuvering the roster still keeping your guys and not letting them go to the other teams, you know.
I mean, they go behind closed doors and they tell these guys, listen,
100%.
You got we all know this. Hey, you got an injury. You'll be back in 4 games.
Well, I'm telling you right now, if Moore's injury is a groin, get that guy healthy. Yeah. You do not want to do more damage to that groin. So I could see them putting him on the PUP or the IR and letting O'Neal be that guy along with Hassasin, Aiden, and Wantham.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm confident in the D-line and the pass rushing. We've got dudes now.
I think
got way better.
I think Derek Moore's going to play the first.
I hope so.
And that's fine. That's fine. So. I think O'Neal's going to make it too. O'Neal deserves to make it.
Oh, O'Neal's going to definitely make it. Yeah, he deserves it.
He deserves it.
He's got a motor. Like I said, the defensive ends on this team,
they relentless, dude.
All of them.
They relentless, dude.
Got motors.
Like, dude, I've never seen.
That's why I said
like
Dan's going to have hard choices to do that. You know,
sure,
to get rid of people.
But there's going to be a lot of maneuvering to do so as well. So if all of a sudden you see all the guys that you wanted plus guys that you didn't expect to be on there, then all of a sudden you see 2 or 3 other guys that are on the PUP and they move to the whatever. Like they're there, they're just not on the active 53-man roster.
Yeah. And give Brad some credit, man. People said we don't have a pass rushing. Well, they went out and got Derek Moore. They knew they were going to get Hassasin back. They brought him back. And then you got a guy like Eric O'Neal who's just been bouncing around, and he sounds like he's going to be a good fit for us. You still got Aiden doing his thing. DJ Wantham looks like he can be a solid player for us, and he was solid with Carolina. So he did a really good job redoing this room. So he deserves kudos for that.
Now, question really quick. I know we're going to get to this, but do you guys think that obviously Kirby Joseph, he will start the season on a PUP list?
Well,
right?
Yeah, more likely, but we'll get to that. Let's continue.
Because depending on who else is injured out there on the defense, they can put them on the PUP list and then make more room for the linemen.
It's possible.
So
all right.
So
let's go. Go ahead, Chris.
I was just going to say, so when they get ready to place people on, like right now, like if they want to put somebody in IR, they're allowed 2. They're allowed 2 to get put on IR, and then they get designations of times to return. If they go over the 2, the 3rd person is out for the season.
Okay.
So they can use PUP and they can use 2 IR spots. So yeah. But
all right.
Moving on.
Good to know. Let's go to the linebackers. So my linebackers are Jack, White, Barnes, Rodrigo, and I threw Reeder in there, and I have Roeder on the IR, like Chris was saying. I think Roeder starts on the IR until he gets fully healthy, and then he comes on the roster.
So I have Nowoski instead of Reeder.
Nowoski's out right now, just FYI.
I didn't.
Yeah. So Nowoski's out with a leg injury, and Roeder's out with a leg injury. So those are possibly IR candidates.
Okay, cool. Because I don't have him on here as on IR. Did he just happen today?
No, I pulled this up for the practice. Who wasn't practicing in the injury report? These are the people that aren't practicing.
Huh.
So
I don't have them.
They haven't played in preseason, so more likely they're going to be candidates for the IR unless they're going to come back for the next.
Yeah, because it doesn't show him.
Yeah, I
Roderick
just saw
Jones.
that, Robbie.
Dang.
Yeah.
Cowboys are loaded up on the D line, man. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And so Roller's on the PUP. Now there is a good, and it could be a hard decision. I think Bocce has a chance too.
They do like Bocce.
There's a chance for him.
Kind of guy. I think Troy Reeder, because he's played a lot in the preseason and he's a vet kind of guy too, and he could probably be a special teams player, like a 4-core special teams player. Because I'm sure he played a lot of that with the Rams. But I think they're just warming up the spot for Roeder. Roeder's going to be in the rotation at some point. But the problem is that he's got a lot of people ahead of him right now.
I think that
he's OT? Okay.
Offense.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Another tackle? I wonder who went down. They got a good O-line. They got the guy from Oklahoma.
Yeah, they're okay.
And they got Steele. Yeah.
They're okay.
No, they're pretty good. But okay.
Anyway, next.
Yeah. So any arguments on the linebacker? Anybody have something a bit different?
I Nowatzki, I know he's injured right now, but I definitely think he's going to make it. That's a guy that made a big impact last year when we had some injuries. So that's it for me.
B, who did you have?
I had the same thing that C-Money had: Derek Barnes, Jack Campbell, Malcolm Rodriguez, Devin White, and Jimmy Roeder. So I know Roeder's on the IR, but regardless, those are the 53 men that are going to be on the roster. Period. Whether they're on IR or not doesn't make a difference to me. They can get people to replace them, but
at some point that's a
solid 53.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of players that are starters that are not playing and not going to out the gate. Got it. They're gonna get replaced.
Yeah. I think Roeder's gonna end up on the IR for the first.
And Dan Campbell is like he's a player swap practice squad maniac. He loves to fit the situation and whoever's coming in, we're playing. So
I mean, that's why you have the practice squad. You want to give those other options. That's why I think a guy like Luke Altmaier is not going to make any sense. Because they have Dobbs already. And on top of that, Luke Altmaier isn't showing any promise. So if somebody picks him up, God help them because they're going to put him on the 53-man roster. Mm-hmm. So I think that they're going to probably either bring another running back in or another linebacker or another O-line guy, any position that they think there's going to be injuries possibly.
But see, I wouldn't say – you're saying he's a rookie, okay, and he wasn't picked high. So saying that he's not showing any promise. I mean, he's a rookie, so I don't expect too much from him. He did play, and he played pretty well, but he made rookie mistakes, and that's you got to clean that up. That's all, but that doesn't mean it doesn't show promise.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying he hasn't really impressed me, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, yes, he's a rookie, but like you said yourself, his spatial awareness is not very good. He can probably get rid of the ball quicker. Yeah, I mean,
he's a rookie.
Yeah, I mean, but again, if I'm Dan Campbell and I can add another cornerback or I can add another linebacker or I can add another lineman instead of Luke Altmaier, I'm going to do that because those are positions that you're going to need probably more help on.
My question wasn't to have three quarterbacks. Mine was an alternative to the
Dobbs.
You drop Dobbs. More than likely,
I got you.
Pick him up. That's what it was. Sure. I was never going to have three quarterbacks.
I got you. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the cornerbacks. I have Reed, Rock, Whiteside, Abney, Dorsey, and McCrary.
Wait, say that again.
How many?
Reed, Rock, Whiteside, Abney, Dorsey, and McCrary.
Oh, you didn't put Izzy in there?
Wow.
I am at safety.
Oh, I have a lot.
I think they'll put him at safety because of the numbers.
Oh, okay. I have 8 corners. So.
I don't think he's.
You have 8 corners?
I have 8 corners.
Woo! Tell me who your corners are.
Reed, Rock, Whiteside, Izin, Abney, Maddox, Dorsey, because he is then I had to look this up. He is the best gunner and special teams.
Yes, Dorsey's not going anywhere. He's always on the league.
In the league.
Yes. He's not going anywhere. He's like
and I have Rakestraw at the very end. A couple of guys have him cut, but I have Rakestraw.
At the tail end. Yeah, I don't think.
And the only reason why I'm keeping Rakestraw is because they drafted him and they got to prove that he ain't going to do it.
So I think okay, so real quick, I think for number purposes, Maddox and Izzy will be on safeties. Because if you take those and put them at cornerbacks, then you only have Clark and Harper. You know what I'm saying? You got to at least carry 4 safeties. So I think that Maddox, for the purposes,
and I have 5 safeties.
You have 5 safeties?
You got 5 safeties. There's Joseph, Branch, Maddox.
Again, I'm
Clark,
not counting
and
Joseph, and
Harper.
I'm not counting Branch. So again, that's where the conversations that's where we're different.
But here's the thing though. Because they may not put him on the pup. They may not put them on.
He'll be on the IR for the first 4 games.
You can't. You only allowed 2.
No, that's 2. IR. That's IR.
That's IR.
There's no limit of people you can put on the
will be
list.
on the IR, and so will Branch.
No, but that's so that's what I'm saying. If you put 2 on the IR, any more that you put are out.
They're going
to
be
season.
out for the season. Yeah.
So that's fine. They're going to put Branch and they're going to put Kirby on the IR.
I think Kirby Joseph will be on the PUP list. I don't think he's going to go IR because they're expecting him to play. They just don't.
He's
know
on the
when.
PUP right now. So
yes.
Okay, so yeah, he could say it.
Well, that's preseason PUP. That's different.
That's preseason. That doesn't count. So it's IR. It's now IR. So they're both going to be on the IR. They're not starting the game one.
I think Branch is going to be the only one on IR. I think Branch is going to be the only one on IR, and whoever else after that.
If they activate him for the season, they can put him on the PUP and they can have that 4 games.
If Kirby's not activated by Sunday, he's going to go on the IR. I guarantee you.
Yes, and then he'll be out for the season.
No. I'm saying if you're going to put Branch is going to be on the IR. He is not playing game 1. Okay, period.
I don't think he played the first 6.
Kirby's not going to play game 1. He's going to be on the IR. You probably won't see either one of those safeties till probably game 4 or 5.
They don't know. They don't know nothing about Kirby anyway, so I don't know if they're going to.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing to give me.
That doesn't mean they're going to put him on an IR though.
I think he goes to the
put him on a PUP. Yeah,
he probably played week 3. He probably played week 3 just to see where he at.
I thought the PUP was preseason. We're just talking about the IR now.
There's no PUP is the whole season.
PUP, you can put him on. PUP is a season thing too.
Mm-hmm.
So
preseason PUP and regular season PUP
are 2 different things. Yes. Exactly.
Okay, if that's the case, then Kirby's on the PUP and Branch is on the PUP. So, but they're going to stay on the PUP. So they'll come off whenever they come off. So then you have your 2 IR spots. So Rotor's probably one of them and somebody else, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I think the only person that may start on IR is Brian Branch, and you probably won't see him till around Thanksgiving time because it's an Achilles. You don't want to irritate it. You know, that's a guy that's going to be playing for a contract this year, and that's going to make a big contribution. So with the guys that we're going to keep in the secondary, we're going to make sure that they actually are able to play in the secondary until Branch is able to come back. So
personally, I don't want to see Branch this year.
Branch is going to be back before Thanksgiving. He's going to probably be back mid-October, beginning of October.
And
he's already practicing.
And that's about from when the season starts. That's about 4 to 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so I can definitely see Brian Branch being the only guy that starts the season on IR.
Now I just looked it up to make sure that this is where these little moves help. If they get carried onto the PUP to the season, they don't count against the 53-man roster.
Right, exactly. That's why I don't count them in my roster.
So unfortunately I added them to my 53. So there's 2 other players somewhere. I could have probably picked 2 other guys. So I have them, but they'll be shown on the PUP. So
the point I was trying to make with my 53-man roster is, regardless if they're on the PUP or the IR, where the fuck they're at, they're going to actually be players that are going to be starting for the Lions. They're going to have people that come in and eventually come in and help. But those guys are going to be they're going to be either put to the practice squad or let go once those other players come back.
Right,
that's what I base mine on. I didn't care about that PUP and the IR bullshit. So I'm just saying.
Okay, so so who are your cornerbacks, B?
I got DJ Reed, Yakusin, Nick Rightside, Keith Abney, definitely Keith Abney, and Roger McCreary. So
I got
five. Against Roger McCreary, man.
He played well when did he play? When did he play? He played mostly at the end of every damn preseason game. That tells you something.
I mean, he has one of the highest PFF grades in preseason.
I would have a high PFF. I think all of us would have a high PFF grade at the end.
He started the game against Cincinnati. He played in the starting game of Cincinnati. I'm just saying.
And he got burned in Cincinnati too. That's the point I'm trying to make.
He's going to make the roster.
I didn't say he wasn't going to make the roster. I said he is going to make the roster, but I don't like him.
I think he's going to surprise
him making the roster. Yeah.
Okay. He's going to make the roster because they really ain't got no other corner. Who the fuck else is going to put a quarterback?
Well, they like Abney, but I think but they want to.
I got Abney as a starter.
No, I'm saying.
Come on, Nate. You're not working with me, bro.
No. You're missing. So McCrary
I'm not missing no point.
At CB2?
No, McCrary is the nickelback.
No shit.
He's a nickel.
They gotta have three.
So where's Abney going to start? You said you're going to start Abney. Where's Abney?
McCreary is not going to be a nickel. Hell no. I'll put Abney as a nickel.
He's been a nickel.
Who?
McCreary. They're playing specifically as a nickel.
No, I'm sorry. Abney's going to be a nickel. I don't care.
They're not going to start Abney at the nickel. It's going to be McCreary.
He's low key. They might start Abney at the nickel.
They're going to start Abney at the nickel. I'm telling you. They're going to start.
You want to bet $20 on that? You want to bet $20?
I'll bet $20 on that. Yep.
Bet.
Because McCreary.
Who's right.
We all heard it. We all heard it here.
You better be lucky McCreary even makes the fucking roster. That's how I feel about McCreary.
McCreary's been playing well.
I don't give a shit where he's been playing at. There's a lot of players that have been playing on that team that aren't going to be on that team.
I said he's been playing well for the Lions.
So, he hasn't been playing that good. He's been getting burned. The first two preseason games he played, he got his ass kicked.
Yeah, and the last one, he was got fucking burned a couple of times too.
He didn't get dude. Don't even start making excuses.
I like
Abney's way better than McCreary right now, and he's younger. He's showing better. He's quicker. He's got more of a football IQ. You are. Why not?
Rookie at nickelback.
He's
going to get toasted every time.
No, he's not going to get toasted. The best place to put a rookie cornerback is at a nickel position.
Why would you do that? Because that's where the fastest receivers are.
Not necessarily.
Not a nickel.
You would never.
Hell no.
He can cover the flats.
No.
I don't
know what games you've been watching. I don't know what games you've been watching. I don't know what games you've been watching. Unless they put somebody in that nickel spot that's fast, it's never a fast position.
Okay, so timeout. Slot receivers why are they called slot receivers? Because they're fast and they're usually short.
No, slot receivers are route runners. That's what slot receivers are.
They're quick and
your fast ones are your wide receiver ones and your wide receiver twos because they're your game.
But your nickelback is going to be responsible for those slot receivers. They're going to put those people in that
position. But they're route runners.
The straight corner positions are the hardest one of the hardest defensive positions to have. You're going to put your rookie on that first. You put him in nickel. It's a lot easier for him to comprehend what's going on, and then he can see how it's played.
That way, when you play like a team,
I'll give you a perfect example. When Detroit had a nickel corner, when they get drafted a corner in the first round. Well, I don't think he was the first round. I don't know what Slay was. Slay started as a nickel.
Yeah, he did. He
started as a nickel.
And he was bad out the gate, and it took him a while to develop.
Yeah.
But that's what you do. You throw him there.
Yeah. I can definitely see Abney being at the nickel because that way
he'll get rotation. He'll get packages.
Like Minnesota, for example, when they play Minnesota, he don't have to guard Addison or Jefferson. You know what I mean? He can even guard T.J. Hawkinson with a little bit of linebacker help or something like that.
I think Abney's got potential to be a CB2.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, he does.
Absolutely.
He's got to learn. He's got to learn the NFL cornerback position, and that's how you really kind of get him reiterated into the game is by putting him as a slot because there's a lot more complicated routes that have to be run against him. He's got to understand the NFL routes.
And that's the thing is too. He's a rookie, so it's gonna be like drinking out of a fire hose. Is he gonna?
It's harder. It's harder to play.
He's a second round? What was he? A third round?
We're trying to win. I'd rather have a vet back there or in that position like McCreary, who's actually played the position
and gets beat a lot. So would you rather put a rookie in there and take your chances, or McCreary who can't fucking stop a fucking bullet? What the fuck?
Well, McCreary played pretty well for Tennessee. I got to see what he does for the Lions.
He didn't play really well for Tennessee.
We'll see.
He didn't do shit.
We'll see for 2 weeks.
Anyway,
we'll see in 2 weeks. And the Rams right. Too.
Yeah, well, y'all got y'all bets.
They didn't do good for the Rams.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, if they put Abney in that position and we have no starting safeties, God help us for that D line to get pressure.
I mean, you got
D line's got to get pressure
back there. You know,
you got Maddox. You got plenty of safeties back there.
You got. I mean,
even Robbie does. Robbie don't want us to put Chuck Clark back there. I don't blame him too much about that one.
They love Chuck Clark.
I'd rather put Thomas Hopper back there, to tell you the truth.
Well, Hopper could get in there too. Yeah, they do like running three safeties at times.
Line on line crime.
I would rather play safety.
It's always that way.
All right, let's go to safeties. So I'm just saying this for the sake of the numbers. They all can play the cornerback position.
Yeah.
Clark, Maddox, Izzy, and Harper. Now, I don't think Izzy's on the injury report.
Well, you guys have a different injury report than I do, so like that mine's.
I just pulled the last one for the practices. Yeah, Izzy is undisclosed, so he could very well be an IR candidate too. But that's my 4 safeties.
I think someone who goes to the IR, they have to
definitely be somebody that's not going to play at least the first 4 weeks.
That's how it works.
But
That's
the thing that's like
come in and play after a couple weeks, maybe.
But that's the thing. You want the guy you want to put on the PUP or IR or whatever you want to call for the first 4 games. Just think about it this way. Do you want them back? Like, are they worthy of playing inside of the 4, but you just want to get them to that 5th game just because you want that healthy? Or is it like they could play game 1 or maybe game 2, but they're not, and now you got to sacrifice 2 more games without them? Like,
right.
Why are you using your PUP list? Because you want to determine, like, do I want my guy, like, is Branch going to be, would he be good for game 3? Probably.
No.
No. I mean, a lot of people are projecting him that he could actually play game 1 or 2. So
how? It's an Achilles injury.
I know. I'm not saying this is not me. I have to go by what a lot of the reporters.
I mean, George Kittle.
I get what you're saying.
He's going to play game 1, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen because he ruptured his Achilles in the playoffs, or was it like a week before the playoffs?
Yeah, it wasn't very long ago.
They ain't even been. It's been like 6 months.
Yeah,
if that, has been like 6 months. But regardless, I look at it like this: for the ones that's going to go to the PUP list, those are going to be the people that after the first at least 3 games, you're going to be like, I don't know if they're working out, and let's see if we can work them in our rotation. And then when you get to the meat of the schedule, when you start talking about going to Germany and then coming back to play, that's when I think they're going to activate some guy off the IR like Brian
and
Branch.
That's usually, and that's what happened with Mac. They did that with Mac. They remember they didn't bring him back till later, and Dan would say, "Oh, we're ramping him up," and Rodrigo same way, we're ramping him up and all that stuff.
Yes.
So I mean, if Kirby and Branch are on the PUP, they'll probably stay on the PUP because, like Chris said, it's not counting towards your 53-man roster numbers.
Mm-hmm. And they have a rule too. They have a new rule that, like, you put in. It's like you have to designate 21 days out. So you're like, okay, I'm starting the 21-day window right now.
Right.
And
the clock. Yeah.
And the other thing too, you got to look at it from the standpoint of if they're going to put people on the PUP and they don't feel comfortable about the people that they have that can back up them spots, they got to go on a waiver.
Yes,
and go on a waiver wire and pick somebody up. And like I said, they're 17th, which isn't low, but at the same time, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what the other teams, the 16 teams ahead of you, are going to do. So there's a reason why you're allowed to do certain things, because there's also something that goes against it as well.
Yeah.
So you have to be really choosy on how you do your PUP list and your IRs.
Yeah. And I think go ahead, Chris.
Oh, no, it's okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, because I was going to say, like, there are guys that I'm sure pass through our waiver wire when it's our turn, and we're like, well, we have no spot. He's a good player.
No, it comes with.
I can't put him anywhere, so on he goes. You know, like, it's going to be the same thing for other teams as well. You're going to have players that are going to come through that you can't put on, that are probably better than other players on your team, but you can't take that one guy because now you got to take somebody from another position. Like it just, you have it balanced out. It's a juggling act.
Mm-hmm.
So
and they also my bad. Go ahead, Nate. No, my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say also just with the whole IR thing, I think that they got to be very cautious with that too, because I mean, if we start with 2 or 1 person on an IR, I mean, what happens if someone else gets injured and need to be out for a while? You know, you're going to use that spot, and then they're just going to be out for the whole season.
I think you can add exceptions for those situations because you don't know what's going to happen in the future.
I think there's
the Lions had 13 players on IR. You know, if it's season ending, if
it's season ending, it's not a big deal. I think there's other exemptions too that you get for roster spots, like emergency situations and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So they got to be extraordinary situations. That's the thing,
right?
Yeah, like the Lions, because that was crazy. I ain't never seen anything like that. Bro.
Right? Yeah.
Never in my life have I seen anything like that.
So humor me for a sec. What position do you think they will claim in the waiver?
Offensive line.
I'm with you on
I
that
agree.
one.
I agree.
I said center, but offensive line, yeah.
So we all agree offensive line.
Tomato.
Center or guard for sure. Absolutely.
And this is basically depth. I'm replacing my very terrible guys with less terrible guys. Like you're just trying to get better on the back end.
Yeah.
That's all.
But you know what I find interesting though, like with that being said, Mahogany, a couple years ago, we thought Mahogany was going to come in and be the next best thing. They got Frazier and they got Juice Scruggs who can also play that position as well. I'm wondering how much faith do they really have in Mahogany? Like, how secure is his job?
They're worried about that at the guard position, man. There's no doubt about that. There's always that cliche. If you got 4 guards, you don't know who your starters. You don't got anybody. Don't be surprised if it's a rotation like we've seen back in the day, where they rotate a guard out in series, bring another guard in. Maybe they want to run heavy on one scheme, and the next is more pass situation. Because I don't think we have a guard that does both very well.
Yeah, and that's the one thing.
It's one or the other.
And that's one thing Dan Campbell really likes is he likes flexibility on the offensive line. You got to be able to play more than one position.
That's it. That ain't the truth. I don't know what is.
They love.
I really do think that the best thing about the Lions and the whole front office thing is they have a plan when they built the roster. Okay, so they want to get people that are versatile because they know injuries happen. Now we might not have the most versatile, the best versatile people, but we got people that are versatile that can take them roles.
Step into that role.
They like the They like the flexibility. They don't like to just handcuff themselves to one thing. The only mistake I think they did when they handcuffed. Wow, that's crazy. The only thing I think they really handcuffed themselves with was two things. One was the whole Frank Ragnow retiring and not having a backup plan for that. And now I know this is a sensitive topic, but Montgomery. I think those are really kind of the only two things they handcuffed themselves to. But other than that, they got a lot of flexibility.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see what the live bullets happen. What's the biggest issues? So, all right. So wrapping up the 53-man roster, special teams, pretty easy. Death taxes, and you got Fox, Bates, and Hogan. So
Bates got to be able to make a
Bates
point after.
has got to improve it.
What's up?
You missing extra points, dude? Come on.
In the preseason when ain't nobody rushing you,
and he always pulls it to the left all the time. Like, dude,
what's happening with?
I'm gonna tell you. Bates don't fix that problem. I'm sure that
he gonna be gone after week 2.
He gonna be gone.
He gonna be gone after week 2.
Because you can't be missing extra
points.
You
know what's it's funny is like he can make like a 60-yarder. But he gets
a 30
so
yarder,
close
35
to the pole.
yards. He
always gets us so close to the pole. He makes it, but you're just like,
when I see him far away, I'm like, whoo. But when he's close,
it's like a golf swing, man. He pulls.
He needs to have that mentality. Yeah, it's not 30 yards; it's 60 yards. So I'm gonna make
exactly.
Even Phipp can't even answer why he pulls those extra points, man. You can see it in the pressers. He's like,
he better figure it out. So I gotta say,
I got a little bit of
Dan don't play that shit.
He'll be fine.
I got a little bit of recency bias, but I was a little bit jealous that the Giants picked up Dominic Zavada. You know what I mean? Because Zavada came from Michigan, and I know what he's capable of, and it's just like we got
Michigan.
Yeah, but is it gonna be Jake Moody? You were high on Moody.
Jake Moody. They already cut Jake Moody.
Moody's been booty. He's been booty.
They already cut Jake Moody. Giants.
They so did. They so did.
I like Zavada, but I mean, he could be Moody, man. Moody was the next thing to slice bread.
Zavada
fans are flipping shit.
Zavada helped my mental health when he went into Columbus and single-handedly beat the Buckeyes by himself with field goals.
It's like Tyler Loop. He came in there for Tucker, and he did absolutely. And then he started screwing up at the end of the season. He missed that one kick to win the division. Yeah, you started.
Kickers are gonna miss, man.
I think he was like 5 of the 8 in preseason. It's like, dude, man, you better start shaping
one
up,
job,
or you're gonna
and
be
you can still shank the
kickers are a dime a dozen.
Yep.
You know,
they so is, and they won't even notice you gone.
All right. So circling back around, let's talk about this roster. So now that we've gone over our predictions, give me one position, just one position that you are truly concerned about, and why?
still safety for me. Oh, my bad.
All right. No, you're good. Jay, you said safety.
It's still safety for me because I'm so used to having I'm so used to having those guys back there. That's who you look at. Those are the war dogs right there that you want to line up with. And I know we got some guys who are capable, but how capable are they going to be?
They ain't them.
They ain't them. Exactly. Yeah. It's almost like that girlfriend you look and be like, well, she ain't her. And that's how I kind of look at those two guys. They're just not them. So I just want to know how it's going to shape up. Okay. That's it.
All right. Yeah. Chris.
I'm not going to pick the same spot. I would have probably picked safety too, but I'm going to say, got any one of the three offensive line positions outside.
So you're going to say offensive. Let's say offensive line.
Yeah, I mean that's it's question mark because it's new. It's completely revamped, and
none of them played with each other. Either. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really. I mean, when the rubber meets the road, preseason isn't the rubber meets the road. Like when you get to a game that counts, how much is your faults going to be really recognized, or are you going to cover them up? Like, how good is it going to be? I'm really
going to be like the Packers all over again with the line, because that was a shit show that first game.
I don't. I'm good with that. Let's just go in and pray. But yeah, offensive line is my biggest word.
I have to pray at the beginning of these games. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, B.
Well, I mean, let me go with the safety. That's an easy choice, but I'm gonna put it to you like this: if the defensive line, which I have absolutely no problem thinking they're going to be great, I think that they're going to make the secondary better because they're going to cause more rushing of the quarterback's time clock in his head. They're going to either get to the quarterback or they're going to force him to throw stupid passes, and that's way we're going to get stupid interceptions. So there you go. It's going to be it'll be like the Chicago Bears were last year. They got turnovers from everybody because that defensive line was getting to the quarterback.
They couldn't get it. Yeah, exactly.
So and that was the only best part of their defense. Anyway, I think we'll be good against the run. I really do. I think we'll be a lot better against the run, which will force the quarterback to pass, which will be lined up in what the defensive line is going to be doing, and that'll give the corners and the safeties opportunities. So I'm not really worried. Safeties are probably my lowest. C Money probably hit the worst that I thought was going to. But since he said that, I'm going to go with quarterback. I'm still not really – I like what Joshua Dobbs did today. I do. Mm-hmm. But that's still concerning to me. I think we need a reliable second-string quarterback. Alternator is a rookie. I ain't even putting him in that conversation because that's not fair to him. But we need somebody out there that's not going to turn. And I'm going to tell you, they're going to keep Dobbs anyway because he's a Pets guy. He's a Dan Campbell guy. They've talked about it over and over again. They like their guys.
They were glad to get him back after they lost him the last time.
Yeah. But I just don't see it. So I don't know, man. That's probably it's up and that's a weak thing. But you two covered the other two positions. So.
Yeah. So I think for me the O-line is definitely the obvious one. Mm-hmm. I mean, it all starts with the O-line, especially when you talk about Lions football. They want to run the football down your throats. You got to have a good O-line. Period. And protect Goff. For me, I'm actually going to go the cornerbacks because, for one, we're very thin in starting experience. Like, you've got Reed, you've got Rock, you've got McCrary, and then Nick Whiteside has played, but he hasn't had a lot of playing experience in live games. Abney's a rookie. Dorsey, you don't want to see Dorsey out there because you've seen Dorsey out there, and it's like burnt toast. You talk about burnt. It's bad with Dorsey. So the thing is that we have to stay healthy at that position, and we can't have our guys throwing their heads and shoulders at big ass running backs and receivers because that's how you hurt yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, we have got to stay fairly healthy at that position. We lost Reed for a while. Last year, Rock played well, but if something happens to Rock or Reed, we're in real big trouble because then you're relying on a guy like. I'm sorry, I'll get to you, Chris, in a second. Now you're relying on a rookie in Abney, which I like his promise, and a guy like Whiteside who's shown flashes to be your starters, And then who do you move to the nickel back? Do you bring Izzy down and play him at nickel? They want to possibly do that, or Maddox or somebody else. So you just want to pray that secondary stays at least healthy. How good they're going to be, I have no idea. Rock has shown promise. Reed has been solid before he got hurt. And that's all I know. So we'll see.
Again, everything is predicated on that defensive line. I really believe that defensive line is just awesome right now. It probably might be one of the best defensive lines in football.
Definitely, if McNeil comes back to where he was, absolutely.
And that's give and take because of the Rams defense and the Houston Texans defense. But I would put the defensive line up there. I wouldn't put the entire defense in that category, but I would put the defensive line up there, at least top 5, because they got some runners.
Yeah, definitely. Chris, what were you gonna say?
I forgot. I had to say it then. I knew it.
We'll just say it next time. Hey, I just need to say it right now. Just shut up and say it. I'll say it.
Don't give us no bad.
That's why when I try to cut in on a conversation, I've got something to say right then. If I let it go, it's over.
give me the precursor next time. I got something to say. I gotta just say it right now. I'll shut up and let you say it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that pretty much wraps up most of our show. Do y'all have anything else you want to talk about? I actually wanted to talk a little bit about the division.
I remember.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the corners, the one thing that, once again, Dan Campbell likes, and you say to try to stay healthy, but they got to come down and tackle on run plays. So when they're a handoff, they got to come down and tackle. That's just part of Dan Campbell's plan.
I know.
So it's tough.
And Abney is really good at that. He showed that a lot today. He came down and quite a few tackles.
Couple plays.
Those
are the guys that are going to start and get playing time. They aren't just making a play or something. They're there, like they're taking control of their defense.
I get it, but you got to be smart too. He's a small guy. Like, dude, you hit the wrong way or you take the wrong hit, you could separate your shoulder. I
don't want to hear that stuff because any guy can do that.
You never play.
Cornerbacks aren't built that big to take those kind of poundings.
You don't play precautionary football.
Well,
you have to play.
We shouldn't be playing any cornerbacks.
You have to play. You got
to. They're all tiny. You're right.
All of our cornerbacks aren't big. DJ Reed is a perfect example of a cornerback.
Actually, Nick Whiteside is probably our biggest cornerback we have.
Probably, yeah.
He's like 6'1" or something.
Tall corners are rare, and if you can get one that's
tall,
really
fast
good,
ones.
Yeah, because guess what? Tall corners are receivers. That's what
actually,
they are.
I'll put it like this: it's not that there's tall corners that are fast. There's a dime a dozen of those too. You want tall corners that can actually play that position, that have that skill. Because you can have a lot of tall.
It's like advantage, right?
Tall, fast receivers all don't make it in the NFL either because they don't have the hands or they don't know how the skill route, runs. So,
they don't have a big route tree.
Yeah, they don't have a big route tree. Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
So,
all right.
I did want to talk about the
what's up?
Rivals jerseys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That was the topic. Yeah.
I think I still have that image of that. Or maybe I got.
Honestly, I have not seen one Rivals jersey that I liked at all. They're all garbage.
Yeah, there was one guy I wasn't arguing with, but a bunch of guys were, and he was like, this is in no way like the Carolina Panthers jersey. I'm like, dude, you off your rocker. And he darkened the jersey a little bit to make it look even more gray, and then he highlighted the Panthers to make it lighter, and it was really.
You don't think that's somewhat Carolina? You don't watch football.
Yeah,
I mean, just looking at. That's a Carolina. Right. Yeah, if it didn't say, if you took the Detroit off there, that's a Carolina Panther jersey.
And you know what?
I had a guy breaking it down too. Oh well, this is not the color of Carolina.
That's the same thing. Same thing. Look at on the top. Those aren't flares. Those are. I'm like, dude, no. We're talking about like, if you go and look at it.
Listen. They didn't copy the test. They just borrowed the answers. Come on,
man. Exactly.
Just borrowed the answers.
That's a perfect thing for this jersey. Yeah.
They heard square and they rounded it off and made it a circle.
Oh man, that was crazy.
Not only that, but the thing is, why the hell are they white? Why couldn't they do black or blue or something else? Why are they white?
Are those all home games, the rivalries that they're playing?
No, because the Ravens have an all purple. I saw the Texans had a white. Somebody else had other colors one. Like, it's ridiculous.
Exactly, Robbie. The Detroit Panthers.
You know what? As long as they play, as long as they have the blueberries and they have the black jerseys, the muscle jerseys, I'm fine.
I take the gray jerseys over this. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the gray jerseys.
I love the gray jerseys, yo.
I'm okay with them. I'm okay with the gray. It depends on the pants and the helmet you put with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But give me the muscle jerseys and give me the blueberries, and I'm good.
I like the black ones. I just got two. I just got 2 new ones in today. So I'm glad.
By the way, get rid of the fucking solid gray helmets and the blue jerseys. Let's get rid of those jerseys. I hate those.
No, those are throwback jerseys. When they
get rid of those.
But you have to
get rid of the throwbacks. No,
you got to keep
get rid of throwbacks.
I want the lion. Nice. I want the lion on the helmet. I want the lion on the helmet, man.
I like the throwbacks. Throwbacks are nice. They're some of the best throwbacks.
As long as it's like Bumblebee Pittsburgh, I'm good.
Oh yeah, the jail sentence or the brown and green pack or the brown and
that's probably the worst jersey I've ever seen in my life.
Blue and brown Packers. Ugh.
Yeah, outside of the Whackers jerseys, that's probably the worst jersey I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. All right. So real quick, I want to get into the little conversation because we got some time here. I want to talk about the division. So obviously preseason's over. We know who's going to be the starting quarterbacks and all that. A lot of people that I've read or listened to have the Lions as the favorite in the division. Do you see that same kind of situation, at least right now? Or do you think that like a team like Chicago is going to be better than us? Or the Vikings going to take a step forward with Kyler Murray? Or Green Bay going to take that leap that they've been talking about for the last 3 or 4 years and haven't done shit? Like what do y'all think? Talk to me.
I mean, I think the Lions would be in contention now. Will they win the division? I don't know. I feel like it's a toss-up. I feel like, still dealing with some of the injuries that they have, having to see what the offensive line is going to be like. I think that's going to play a big factor into it. So, I mean, like the Lions got better, I'm sure a lot of teams gotten better. I know the Packers is like hit or miss with them.
We're gonna get to him.
I think it's a hit or miss. But even though the Packers they don't win the division, they haven't won it, since 2022. It's still like they're in the mix for it, and they can stand in the Lions' way. Sure. I mean, I can see the Lions being the favorite, but
if Love takes that proverbial step that they've been waiting for the last 5 years, then I think the Packers. But they also lost their defensive coordinator. They lost Micah Parsons is going to be out for a good minute. Yeah. So that defense is going to be a lot different without Hafley either.
That's going to be big. That's going to be really big. So, I mean, we'll see. If I had to
see Gary anymore, there's a lot of things, and they have no corners.
A lot of pieces.
Anybody know what the corners
their best cornerback's a rookie, and that's not saying a lot.
Right. I think if I had to choose, it'd be between the Bears and the Lions. I'm sorry, the Vikings and the Lions. I think the Vikings are going to do that too. I mean, if we really think about it really quick, I don't want to be the main one talking, but like,
no, you're fine.
Only thing that the Vikings were missing was competent quarterback play. I mean, you started out with Dalton, and he got injured, had to throw JJ McCarthy in there, and then there was like a back and forth. Like, if they had a good quarterback, I think the Vikings would have done a lot of damage last year. And they just didn't have it.
They lost a lot of pieces on defense too. And I know Brian Flores is a genius when it comes to defense, but you can only work with so much what you have in the kitchen. Yeah. You don't have a lot in the kitchen to work with. They got rid of Grenard, who was their best end.
Yeah. I think the Bears
also got they traded their great middle linebacker too.
Yeah, they did. You're right. They sure did.
Grenard. Yeah, he was a linebacker. Yeah.
And also, really quick, I think the Bears are going to have problems because they just lost their center due to retirement.
Yeah.
And their defense was ass last year too.
Yeah, they just
their defense is better this year though. I don't really take too much.
as we know as Lions fans, losing your center All-Pro can be a very big hit to your offense, no matter who else is on that offensive line.
Who's gonna rush the quarterback outside of Sweat for the Bears?
That's a key thing. That's a key thing.
Yeah.
They got all these names that they want to put up there, but
that's
gonna be something that's gonna set them apart too.
And their secondary is the strength for sure. Their secondary.
Let me tell you, I do think Chicago was probably the second best team in this division. I think they got better on the defense as far as the secondary is concerned. They might have took away from turnovers, but that was just because they still had a bad defense last year. Mm-hmm. The only thing that saved them because they had turnovers. Other than that, they have replaced those bad elements with better players. So I think and the thing that's kicking their butt right now is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's going to be out
that was
for
a big
while.
loss.
Yeah, didn't he tear his ACL?
Broke his leg or something.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They got Devin Bush. He's actually played pretty good for the Bears since they got him.
I'll say it like this: how much can we really say that the Bears are going to be like in the mix, knowing that Ben Johnson now is in his second year? I think a lot of it was due to the people not being used to him as a head coach, and he got to draw and scheme up a lot of things. I just think the Bears are going to take a step back. I'm not going to say they're going to be bad, but I don't think they're going to win the division.
Also, their running game is hurting too. I mean, Monangai is hurt. Roshan Johnson might not even make the team, which if he's on a waiver, I'd love to pick him up because he's a bigger back that we don't have. They're putting a lot of faith in Swift. Good luck with that one. All right. Lightning doesn't strike a bottle twice.
Well, I think that's going to change over the course.
I need him to do good the first 3 weeks of the season, so I can put all his rookie cards that I have on eBay.
And I actually have him on my fantasy team. Don't ask me why, but I got him.
Why did you do that?
You got to pick the right players.
Did you get him in the 7th or 8th round or something like that?
Yeah, you didn't take him in the first 5 rounds, did you?
Hell no.
He took him on the last pick.
Yeah. Kicker.
He's like, fuck it.
Took a kicker.
All right, Chris, get in there. What do you think?
About what?
The floor is yours. The division. Talk to us. Now you don't want to talk. Come on.
No, I don't. Forgot. No, I'm just kidding. So it's weird because I kept going back and forth because our division is so tight. It's like you can move a lot of teams and it's not really wrong. And if you were to call out any one of the teams in our division last place, a lot of people be like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me!" Well, we were in last place last year. We still won 9 games. Last place isn't 4 and freaking 10 or whatever, or 17 or whatever. I'm not good at math right at the moment. But 4 and 13. We don't have one of those teams that so far that we know of. So I would literally say the Lions probably a couple of games better than. I want to say the Bears, but I might throw out the Vikings and then the Bears. I think the Packers are going to be last. Once again, it's going to be like a game. It might even be a tiebreaker division, basically.
Okay, so I would
just say this, just to add. I still think this division doesn't finish with a losing record. I think everybody's going to fit.
Yeah.
The lowest team is going to finish 9-8.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do a little lightning round. I'm gonna ask you some questions about our division. You tell me who's gonna be the top. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right. First off, which team is gonna have the most touchdowns in the season?
Lions. I think the Lions will have the most touchdowns.
All right, who's gonna who's gonna have the most sacks this season in the division?
Bears.
I think the Lions.
I'm
taking Packers. Bears.
Y'all talked about the D-line, so it's got to be the Lions.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think Packers. Bears.
Weren't they the tops last? They were the tops last year in the division. The Lions were in sacks.
Yeah, they were.
I think at one time they were third They were third best in the NFL.
I rescinded. I'm going to take the Packers instead. Michael Parsons.
If they can improve,
Michael Parsons better get 30 sacks by the time he gets done, though.
They don't have anybody outside of Parsons.
I'm not because I'm trying not to be a homer.
A homer?
Oh my god!
Don't worry about that.
I'll say it like
that. I don't
go ahead,
like.
Sorry.
The Lions. What's that?
Speaking of facts, see money.
Go ahead, Jay.
Speak your feelings, but I'll say this: if the Lions can improve their time to quarterback ratio. You know what I mean? If they can improve that, I will say the Lions. But if it's kind of the same, or
they were one of the top in sacks last year. Yeah,
I agree, but with that's like being
and with a shitty secondary.
That's like being the number 1 seed with a negative point differential. It just doesn't always happen that way. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but you have more pieces, though. It's expected, right?
What happens?
And like I said, I think if they can improve that, I think they will definitely be leading the sacks because they got the pieces. They just got to improve it.
What happens if we rush the passer better, but they throw more picks than sacks? Then you're not having more sacks. You didn't say turnovers. You said sacks.
Either one is a negative play. Either way, it's a negative play.
But you didn't say that. You said sacks. So what happens if we have 15 picks or 20 picks, but we have only
10 sacks?
That'll probably go with his next question.
Yeah,
and really quick, also you got to also factor in who else is going to be blitzing. Is it going to be just the defensive line, or is they going to rush a little bit more than just the defensive line?
Chef's going to throw the whole kitchen sink at the fucking team.
Yeah.
Well, the hold on to that point, though, I think the Lions really just want to get to the quarterback just by rushing 4 because they do need help in the secondary.
True.
If they can get to the quarterback with 4 or just having a linebacker help with the blitz or whatever the case may be, that would be good enough for me. That
when you have those safeties back there, you're breathing a lot easier.
And with Numbnuts Flores over in Minnesota, he's always dialing up good blitz plays. He's always got his defense playing. I think that's going to be a big factor as well.
All right.
So
exactly. So I'm going to go a little quicker. So just quicker answers, guys. Who quarterback's going to have the most touchdowns in the division?
I think it'll be Caleb Williams.
I got Goff.
I got Goff too. Yeah, I can't.
You got Caleb Williams? Okay.
Passing or just total?
No, touchdowns.
Total touchdowns. I think it'll be Williams.
No,
because he does a lot of rushing touchdowns.
Because he does a lot of rushing. Exactly.
Okay, passing touchdowns.
It'll be between Goff and Murray.
I think it's Goff.
Okay. Goff. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's gonna have the most rushing touchdowns in the division?
Oh,
I got Gibby, man. It's not
Gibby.
It's gonna be Gibby.
Did he have the most touchdowns last season?
Hell yeah. He almost broke Barry Sanders' record.
He was second. I think he was tied for first or something like that. Yeah.
Well, that's not.
He was second because Bijan was first.
It's not hard to break Barry Sanders. They never put him in goal line situations, so he didn't get those extra.
He still put up some hell numbers.
Yeah. Could you imagine if they actually used him? They used Corey Schlesinger almost all the time for him. They never.
No. Remember who they used to use? Ron Rivers.
Oh, I forgot about him. Yeah. I forgot about him too.
All right, circle back around. Circle back around. So who's going to be? Jay.
I'll go with Gibbs for the hell of it.
Most receiving touchdowns in the division.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I'll go Jefferson. I think he's having a bounce back here.
Too. Yeah, I think he will too.
All right. Most sacks in division, Aiden.
Hutch.
Yeah, because Parsons not going to play.
Out.
Parsons out.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with 8.
Even if he was playing game 1, I still say it would be Hutch. That's just my opinion.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Woo, I might have to go with Micah Parsons. That's why I had to
they're right there with each other. All right, who's going to have the most interceptions player for the division?
Probably Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, I'm going to say Jalen too.
I would just say Chicago. I should say Chicago overall will have interceptions, and they'll have interceptions.
They create a lot of turnovers, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is going to be more on a skilled secondary. So if you do something stupid, they're definitely going to be picking up. Even if they're not getting blitzed, if the quarterback's not getting blitzed, and he just throwing down the field willy nilly, they're going to pick balls off. That's all there is to it. So
all right, I got 2 more. Who's going to have the most tackles in the division? I'm going to say Jack. I'm saying Edgerrin Cooper. Actually, I'm saying Edgerrin Cooper.
I'm going to say Devin White.
Damn.
Look at you.
He was second in tackles last year.
I'm going to say Devin White.
What's that? What is that? A plus 800? Plus 800?
I can look it up. I can try to look it up.
Plus 800 on FanDuel.
Let me see. Probably plus 1,500.
Yeah, I know.
Let me see. I'm gonna look up the odds, but y'all can keep going.
Trying to think if there's anybody else out there that would be in on tackles. No, I'm gonna go with Jay said. Gosh, I'm trying to. There's got to be somebody else out there, no?
Watch out for
I can't think
He's
about
probably their best player.
I don't know anybody on Minnesota that can make that many tackles right now.
Yeah,
I don't know
anybody. Pace isn't Pace one of those guys?
He ain't gonna be doing.
But you got to think about it. I mean, it's a guy that's always in on a play, a guy that's always going to be on the field. All that.
Yeah, so they don't have actual lots. I'm telling you what. They don't have the actual odds, but they said it's a long shot.
Of course. They're like, we can't even register it.
I'm surprised nobody said Jack.
I think Jack
I didn't say anything yet.
Oh, B, go ahead.
I'm listening to all y'all. I'm over here stunned by what Jay Weezy said.
I'm telling you what, Devin White.
You're saying more than Jack? More than Jack?
Yes.
He's got to be out there as much as Jack, though.
He will
to make them tackles. That means you're taking away from Derek Barnes because they only play 2 linebackers a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's very true. What do you say, B?
Jack Campbell. Yeah. Is Jack's name off? Get the hell out of here.
He's funny.
He read it too.
Doggy bone funny.
Whatever. No, his first name ain't Jag though. So there you go. Anyway, no, I'll roll with it. I'll roll with the easy one, Jack Campbell.
Yeah. I just see the trajectory keep going up for Jack. All right. And the kicker one. Who's going to have the longest field goal this year?
Ooh.
That all is prompted by situation. Dan Campbell's going to go for about 900 times. So our kicker's never going to get a chance.
I said, what's the longest? Who's going to have the longest field goal?
God,
this is the roll of the dice right here because I knowing a
it's
Lions
all situation.
Yeah,
well, I don't even know who Green Bay's kicker. Who's Green Bay's kicker?
Smack.
Who?
Trey Smack.
Trey Smack.
I'm going to just.
What about the Vikings? Well, they got a pretty good kicker, actually, don't they?
Will Riker.
Riker, yeah. He's a pretty good kicker.
Yeah, he good.
And the Bears have Santos, so yeah, it could be anybody. Who do you say?
I mean, I'm a bet on my guy just because I have to, but
you're gonna go money
you
bait.
don't have to do shit.
You don't have to. Yeah, I chose Andrew.
I'm going to say Santos.
Fuck it, call me a homer. I'm going with Bates.
I'm going with Santos in this one.
I'm gonna go Will Riker. That guy's got a hell of a leg.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Bates. I'm gonna agree with Jay. I'm gonna go Bates.
Bates, money Bates.
Because he can hit from far. It's like if you give him a 20-yard field goal.
Exactly.
You give him a 20-yard
It's like he
field
gets
goal.
double vision anytime he's inside the 30. He gets double vision and he can't hit shit. But when he's far away, shit.
All right, last question. Last question. Who is going to be the last standing in the division? And don't be a homer. Be honest with your opinion.
You said the last standing?
Last one standing, yes. In our division.
Meaning, I see.
Yeah.
If I had to put my money on it, I'm going to say the Lions. Why? Because I feel like the Lions are just the tougher team. I think one of the biggest things the Lions had last year that played against them was like the big turnover with coaching staff and players and, with people retiring and stuff like that. But I think the Lions are a little bit more tougher, so I'm going with the Lions. Just me kind of getting their groove back. How Stella got her groove back.
Chris, do you share with Jay's opinion?
Yeah.
B?
Yeah, I would say the Lions because of consistency. I think every team in the division I think Chicago got better. I do think they got better from last year. I think Caleb is going to play a lot better too. But I think Green Bay and Minnesota. I know Green Bay fans are always up in arms about, we're not going to be last in the division. Get used to it, buddy, because that's what's going to happen with you this year. Because you lost way too much.
Right.
They didn't do anything to shore up a lot of things. And Christian Watts, we still got to see if he can play a whole damn season.
Can Golden be the guy?
Can Golden be the guy? Can Kraft come back and play well?
Yeah.
Luther Burden. I mean, I'm not really worried about that because we got Ben Johnson's offense. I don't care who else he has as an offensive coordinator. I don't even know that guy's name. So, Ben Johnson's running that offense. I don't care. That's the guy who was ever there as a puppet. So I'm not worried about Ben Johnson's offense. His defense got a little bit better, so Dennis Allen has a little bit better players to work with. So I think that's where they'll improve. With the Lions, I think they might have took a half step back, but they still are consistent as far as across the board. And then once we get these injured players back, that's going to make a hell of a difference at the end of the year. And that's when they're going to need to win a lot of their games because a lot of division games are going to happen then.
So there was 2 more questions I did want to ask that were important. I don't know why I didn't say that. I kind of went with individual players. Who will have the best offense in the division?
Still think it's some Lions. Still think it's some Lions, man.
Yeah, the talent's there, man. And if we get an offensive coordinator who knows what the hell he's doing, even better. Mm-hmm. Here, who's gonna have the better defense this year?
Lions.
Chicago.
I think it'd be a toss-up between the Lions and Chicago.
Complete defense, I think it's going to be Chicago.
Yeah.
But if I was going by line, the defensive line is definitely all Detroit.
You're right, B. I gotta let me change that.
But you gotta have complete. I think the complete defense is Chicago.
Yeah, I think I agree with BB. I think Chicago.
Minnesota has no defense. Bro.
Minnesota.
They got a great defensive coordinator, but they don't have the pieces.
Yeah, they don't have the pieces there. They lost a lot of players too off of that roster for defense.
Yep.
I mean, if Chicago can get somewhat of another pass rusher outside of Sweat, it's their the defense is there because the secondary is solid. I love their secondary.
No,
they have a lot of good players. And that's with that. Gordon.
I like it even without Kobe Bryant right now, but when Kobe Bryant comes back, that's just going to be an awesome.
We got that rookie from Oregon, Thielen or something like that.
They got a lot of good. Yeah, they improved on their defense. They did really do that. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, pretty much.
Come on, week 1. Damn it.
All right. So on that note, we are going to wrap up the show. We will be on a hiatus for a week. B will have something with some people from other divisions. Be like a chat, chill out. I'm not sure exactly what they're all going to do. B, do you want to talk about that a little bit? What you are going to do next week?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a whole bunch of folks from different teams on here, from every division, from every conference, from both conferences to come on here and talk about their team. Of course, it's going to be a little shit talking going on, so that's fine too. That's what it's about. And we're just going to have fun with that for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And, you can come out whenever you come out. I'll put the link out there. We'll put a promo out there for that show. And then I'll put the link out there so you can come in and say what you want, whatever the case may be. Please, no assholes. I don't need to be kicking people out. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, with Robbie, I want you to come out, Robbie, because I want you to talk about your Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to probably have the Monkey come on here too. Hopefully, I can get him on here talk about the Bills, and Sonia will. Hopefully, we can get Sonia on so she can say that the Panthers are going. Panthers are going 17-0. And we'll have James on here too, even though it's going to be before our game with his team, the Saints. But he'll be on here hopefully, and then maybe we can get Keith Ingle from his New England Patriots to talk about the Patriots.
Yeah,
we got a whole bunch of people we can put on the show.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Are knowledgeable about their team.
People. Yeah, absolutely. Probably. And then the week after that, we will have our show, our pregame for the Saints. We will hopefully have J Train on. So J
Train's coming on. Yep, he will come on.
Awesome. J Train's he'll be there. We'll chop it up, talk some game 1 situations and all that. And super excited. The season is now here. We don't have to worry about any more preseason games. Thank God. I got tired of not watching the starters, so let's get some real football going. College football will kick off next week, so I know Jay's happy about Michigan.
Well, yes, sir.
Go Zeros already.
Go blue,
baby. Yeah. Shout out to Monkey.
I'm kind of curious about that comment there, Rob. Are you being like you seen Monkey? Like I don't know what you're talking about, dude. The perverted person that he is, I don't know where he's going with that.
Yeah, we have to think about it. It's probably not good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but we want to shout out the people that listen to the show. Obviously, Robbie, thank you for your comments. Who else do we have, B?
Robbie, I guess whoever was out there shouting out "See Money," Velvet Vixen.
Vixen.
Yeah.
Velvet Vixen.
You got a fan. You got a fan, Chris. You got a fan.
Got one. I don't know who it is, but I got one.
And then,
I don't know.
Of course, our promo and digital specialist, Liz. Thank you so much for all the promos and stuff. That we love you, girl. And then Forever Faith, do our merch. Yeah. So love y'all. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, thank you. All right, fellas. Any final words before we wrap this up?
Nope. I heard a cat.
Yeah, it's mine. He's hungry. It's mine, and he's hungry.
So shut up, Chris, and feed me.
I was supposed to feed him.
That was quite a big meow from that cat. I was like, oh yeah,
I was supposed to feed him before the show,
like,
but
I'm coming after you, Chris.
He's looking at you like, damn it.
All right. Well, I won't see y'all fellas next week, so y'all have a good time. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend, and we will see you for Saints and Lions for Game 1. Get ready, One Pride. It's time, baby.
What up, Joe?
Lions football is now here. Have a good night.
Peace out.
One ass cheek, 3 toes. One ass cheek, Detroit nose. Lions on the map, we don't care about the woes. One ass cheek, 3 toes. This how the show goes. Golf throwing dots, Hutch hitting the gap. We put the whole city right back on the map. No more same old, we done changed the whole vibe. 4 voices deep, talking about the whole tribe. Yeah, one ass cheek, 3 toes. Nate Chris, BA Lions talk only, get gone.